You made a bad job of that. We'll get over that.
I didn't make a bad job of it. You're making an enemy, you know.
No. You should cut your own beard and don't get other people to cut it for you. What are you saying now? Tell the truth. Who cuts
Are you here tomorrow for the open day?
Hold your tongue. Who cuts your beard? Who trims it?
Aisling.
There you go. She missed a bit.
All right, okay. Well,
I get a slap the next day.
I wouldn't cross her. It's better you than me.
You've been warned.
Are you here tomorrow?
I'm going to be here tomorrow. In the morning time, I'm going to hang around. I want to stay around for the crack. Because you know what happens, right? I go home and then I tune into Highland Radio. I'm thinking, oh God, I wish I was there because this seems where the party is. Do you know, I feel I'm missing out. So I don't want to miss out this year.
Why do you speak like Billy Connolly?
I don't know why.
Honestly, don't know. Billy Connolly, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I'm going to hold around.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I love Billy Connolly. I would love to see him live. I didn't.
Right, thanks for that, Lee.
Well, we'll go now.
See you tomorrow. You might even come on my show tomorrow, will you?
I will surely
be here.
Would you have me?
100%.
All right then.
All right, see you soon, Lee.
Good man, thanks, Greg.
Lee, back with you tomorrow morning at 6:30. And just a reminder, if you're coming up for the open day, Santa's going to be here. And now you've heard exclusively the big man himself, Lee Gooch. Lee Gooch is going to be here. All right, let's get a news update. It's over to Donald Kavanagh. Good morning, Donald.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning. The Requiem Mass of Private Sean Rooney, the young Irish soldier killed while peacekeeping in Lebanon last week, is getting underway in Dundalk about now. After that, his remains will be brought to Newton Cunningham in Donegal for a burial ceremony at which the 24-year-old will be given full military honours, including an escort of 30 people and a firing party. President Michael D. Higgins is expected to attend. TD and former Army Ranger Cathal Berry says it's an opportunity to reflect on the sacrifice made by Private Rooney and other soldiers.
Most people in the public would have seen the photograph of Private Rooney in his blue beret, and you know by the cut of him by his pastor that he was just built to join the army. And I'm just conscious that how inadequate any words of mine would be for the family, but hopefully in a number of years' time, perhaps they might derive some comfort from the fact that at least he passed away doing the job he loved.
Well, the main Letterkenny-Derry Road will be closed for a time this afternoon between the entrance to Newton Cunningham Main Street and the junction with the R237 at Deer Park. Diversions in place through Newton Cunningham Village. They'll be in place between 12:30 and 4 o'clock. More details on our website, highlandradio.com. Small businesses say high costs are a barrier to bringing in more sustainable practices. However, a new survey by Irish Water also found 14% of small firms plan to invest in ways to save water and increase waste recycling in the coming year. The research, carried out in partnership with ISME, also highlights new conservation projects being run by the National Water Utility. Business Operations Manager with Irish Water, Geoffrey Burke, says taking steps to save water can save businesses money in the long run.
We have a first-of-its-kind water stewardship program, which is a comprehensive training program, helps organisations lower the water use, but at the same time has a double benefit of reducing operating costs and protecting the environment. And we recently just launched our annual certification scheme, and this enables any company showing commitment to water stewardship to join an award-winning network of leading firms across the country with access to training events, research opportunities and best practice tools.
Meanwhile, Irish Water hope an issue at the Ardspeg treatment plant in Gorthahork will be resolved within the hour, and that an issue at Windy Hall in Letterkenny will be resolved very shortly in both cases. They say it'll take 2 to 3 hours for services to return to normal. And Ukraine's president has told US politicians his country will never surrender to Russia. America is providing surface-to-air missiles and more than $1 billion in support to Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky says the money is not charity but an investment. Addressing Congress in person on his first foreign trip since the war began, he also spoke of a candlelit Christmas for millions in Ukraine.
Not because it's more romantic, no, but because there will be no electricity. Even if there is no electricity, the light of our faith in ourselves will not be put out.
A cloudy start today with isolated drizzle patches, sunny spells and occasional showers developing through the morning. Top temperatures today 7 or 8 degrees Celsius in a light breeze. And that's Highland Radio News. We're back with news again at 10 o'clock.
Millionaire Raffle from the National Lottery is back. With 1 millionaire guaranteed and over €5.2 million in cash prizes to be won, it's the biggest ever. The draw's on New Year's Eve and tickets are limited. Have you got yours? The National Lottery. It could be you. Gift responsibly.
The county's #1 talk show, the 9 till noon show on Highland Radio. The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union. Now offering MyCU current account and debit MasterCard, bringing full banking features, delivered with the same local trustworthy service of your credit union. And now, it's time for the talk of the Northwest. The 9 to noon show with Greg Hughes on Highland Radio.
Hello and a very good morning to you. You're very welcome along to the 9 till noon show here on Highland Radio with me, Greg Hughes. We are here with you for the next 3 hours and hopefully you'll stick with us. It's going to be a lovely show, I think. And I would implore you to keep the radio dialed to us here. It's going to be a nice 3 hours. Not much serious stuff on the programme today, so if you want to get involved in the conversation, we are going to reward you with some wonderful prizes. I'll let you know about the Say What quiz. That's coming up very shortly. 20 bags of coal, thanks to Kelly's Central Mountain Top, to give away tomorrow. You'll be in with a chance of winning that. But also, we have a €100 voucher from Gilday's Farm Butcher. It's not a voucher, actually, it's a hamper. They're located in the Old Town Road, Letterkenny, and the hamper includes a boned and rolled turkey joint, a gammon and a joint of beef. And you can still order your joint for Christmas with them, by the way. And what we want you to do is take out your phone, get in touch with us, share a nice Christmas memory, something that means something to you. And also, if you want, to say some nice words about someone. Maybe there's someone in your life that has, been very good to you. It could be a carer, it could be the postman, it could be your mum, dad, your sister, your brother. Maybe you want to come on and tell them how much they mean to you. And hopefully we'll have a wee prize for them. And maybe even you could be in the hat to win that €100 hamper from Gilday's Farm Butchers. So get your phone out, 086 60 25,000. That's the WhatsApp and text number. Get your phone out and share your Christmas memory, your happy Christmas memory, or tell us about someone in your life that means an awful lot to you. We are very good at paying tribute to each other sometimes. Let's do it today. 086. If you want to give us a call, by the way, actually, I'll give you the telephone number, 07491 25,000. A, tell us your happy Christmas memory. Or B, if you want to say a special hello to someone that's important in your life. As I say, you know the type of people it could be. Just someone that made a difference to you in 2022. We'd like to share that story with the wider Northwest public and the thousands and thousands of people, by the way, that listen online and watch online from all over the world too. Lots of Donegal people. Tell us where you are. If you were unable to get home for Christmas, maybe you're listening to us in Dubai, Lanzarote, Australia, America, wherever it will be. You can send us a message on our social media. Don't forget we stream the show live every day on Highland Radio on YouTube, Highland Radio Ireland, or across our Facebook pages. Send us a message and tell us what you're doing for Christmas wherever you are. Or maybe you want to say a special hello to someone at home. Now, I know in this day and age with video calls and all that, we stay in close contact with our family, but it would be extra special nice maybe if you could say a special thing about someone on the radio, wouldn't it be? So whatever you think yourself, just get in touch with us. Text or WhatsApp 086 60 25,000. Give us a call on 07491 25,000. Or if you're on our social medias, make sure you can give us a comment there or send us a message. And we'll throw all of that into a hat or whatever. Or we might select someone in particular. I don't know how it's going to work. But we know that someone's going to win that €100 hamper from Gilday's Butchers in the Old Town Road, Letterkenny. It's got a bone and rolled turkey joint, gammon, and a joint of beef, so that covers St. Stephen's Day as well. And you can still order your joint for Christmas with them. So come and share your favourite Christmas memories with us, or pay tribute, or tell us about someone very special in your life. And we're also playing Say What today. We are going to give you a chance to, if you win, if you get the answer correctly, to get a ticket into our car draw. But you'll also be in... you'll be one of four. It could be one of three, actually, if we don't get a winner today. But one of four, if I'm correct. No, we've had two winners, so you'd be one of three who could win that coal tomorrow. Here's that soundbite for you, by the way, if you want to get your phones out.
But no, the reviews for this are and I am counting the hours.
All right, that's Michael Leddy from That's Entertainment on a Friday. What's the missing word?
But no, the reviews for this are and I am counting the hours.
Sometimes I want to play that game and it's wrong answers only. But anyway, text your correct answer, your name and where you're from, to 08660 25,000. Right, okay. We've got loads of music and loads of fun and entertainment for you today. But we'll run through the front of and inside the newspapers. Let's start with the Tyrconnell Tribune. Independent councillor Michael McBride has told the Tribune that it is clear to him that the government has no plans to put modular homes on the agenda to address the serious accommodation crisis facing families in mica-infected homes. Councillor McBride said it didn't require last Friday's special council meeting to confirm that position because attempts by himself and other councillors over the past year to push the case for modular homes had been met with a wall of silence. And what we know so far is that the council themselves are saying that we don't have the capacity to do this. And then we heard from that mica conference. It's not mica, you know what I mean, the defective concrete, but mica has become the word that is more synonymous with it. But we know the problem is much greater than mica. That the government has no plans for it either. Well, there you go. On to the Donegal news, and the heartbroken father of Private Sean Rooney has described his son as his best buddy ahead of his funeral today. The 24-year-old peacekeeper from Newtown, Cunningham, was killed on active service on Wednesday last when his convoy came under attack by an armed group during a routine journey to Beirut Airport. Private Rooney of the 27th Infantry Battalion, Aitken Barracks, Dundalk, was serving as part of the UN peacekeeping mission in Lebanon, and his funeral and burial takes place today. And all we can do at this point is just send all our love and as much and hope the family get as much strength as they possibly can ahead of what is just an impossibly difficult day. And thinking on his partner, his friends, and I think everyone involved, not just in the army, but the emergency services as well. There's a brotherhood there, a kinship, so to speak, and we just hope they get through today okay. On to the Donegal Democrat. Pharmacies throughout Donegal are experiencing a shortage in the supply of various medicines. They are at the coalface as patients demand for antibiotics to treat winter infection surges. But the supplies of penicillin are not meeting demand. It would appear that a number of key antibiotics that they dispense on a daily basis, such as amoxicillin and, well, I can't pronounce, I'm not even going to try. Let's try, actually. Phenoxymethyl. Well, they're running short or deliveries are being delayed. We're seeing this in Britain, by the way. There's a massive shortage of antibiotics over there. It's very difficult for us as pharmacists in order to try and provide a good service for the public when we're getting prescriptions and we can't fulfil the needs, said pharmacist Francis Boner of Boner's Pharmacy in Ballybofey. And there's a lot of stuff going around. A lot of people with a dry cough too. I was just chatting to one of the crew there. This harsh dry cough that a lot of people seem to have at the moment. On to the Irish Independent now, and men earn, on average, 29% more than women at the main employer group IBEC. Its first mandatory gender pay gap report has shown. So this is a business group that speaks on behalf of businesses, and it itself has a huge pay gap there. The report says the earnings difference reflects the distribution of gender across the organisation, which includes a large portion of women in lower and middle earning groups. It says there is a 92% concentration of females in admin roles. There are a 43% average bonus gender pay gap and an average 38% gender pay gap among temporary employees. Why, in this day and age, are women earning less than men? 08660 25,000 if you have an answer to that one. The Irish Times, the government unveiled its latest climate action plan yesterday, making fresh commitments to extend renewable energy, expand public transport and reduce private car use to reduce Ireland's greenhouse gas emissions. But it stopped short of identifying specific measures that it would take, promising that a schedule of policy actions which would achieve the demanded targets now set down in law would be published in the new year. This sounds very much to me like those meetings that they have every year where they all meet up. They all fly in the private jets, of course, so they've got the air conditioning on in full blast, the COP27, whatever it was, and they talk and they say, yes, okay, this is what we're going to do, and then they all head home and absolutely absolutely nothing is done. So we got no detail of what the government plans to do or what it plans, or how it plans to do it. At a press conference at Leinster House, Minister for Climate Action and Transport, Eamon Ryan, strongly suggested that car parking in urban centres would be heavily curtailed to push people away from cars and onto public transport, though he acknowledged that substantial improvements in public transport would be needed, saying that is needed to be super fast. Come here. You know, like, how can they have a press conference and they've got nothing to announce? I don't understand that. The Irish Daily Mail, Leo Varadkar said he would resign as a member of Fine Gael if the party entered into coalition with Sinn Féin. The Taoiseach says in a TV interview to be aired tonight, I'd be totally against it. I could not lead my party into coalition with Sinn Féin. When asked if he would resign as Fine Gael leader over the matter, Mr Varadkar goes further and responds, I'd resign as a member. The interview features in the second instalment of the two-part TV documentary Two Tribes, presented by Sean O'Rourke, which airs tonight on RTE1 at 10:05. It's a small pool here, isn't it, really, in terms of who they can get on to interview on the national TV stations when you think about it. Because, I mean, Leo Varadkar's on the radio every single day. But anyway, if you want a full hour of him, you can get it with Sean O'Rourke tonight. Happy Holy Thursday to you. The Irish Farmers Journal, beef and dairy farmers are being pushed into reducing cattle numbers or quitting livestock production completely by the latest climate action plan. The government's action plan for 23 and beyond includes the dairy and suckler cow cull scheme recommended by the Food Vision reports, but without any detail of the compensation package needed to fund them. Let's head to the tabloids now. Well, that's a tabloid. You know what I mean, the traditional red tops. Irish Daily Star, the High Court has ruled that jailed teacher Enoch Burke should be released from Mountjoy Prison so that he can return home for Christmas. In his ruling, Mr Justice Brian O'Moore said that this was one of those rare cases where a coercive imprisonment should stop for the moment, even though Mr Burke has not purged his contempt. Similar orders had been made in other cases where persons who had spent a period in prison over their failure to obey court orders were released without purging their contempt. The judge delivered his ruling on the matter yesterday evening after he considered brief submissions regarding a proposal that the teacher be released from prison from both Mr Burke and from lawyers on behalf of his employer, Wilson's Hospital School in County Westmeath. So I presume he will see that as a victory in that he did not purge his contempt and yet now he is going to be a free man. On to the Irish Daily Star now. And where are we? Yeah, not good news from the hospitals. We know the story anyway. But new figures show this year was the worst on record for hospital overcrowding, and nurses now fear ED units are not safe. The highest ever annual total of patients without a hospital bed was announced yesterday by the Irish Nurses and Midwives Organisation. And on certainly a much lighter note, if you're a fan of Line of Duty, well, hit cop drama Line of Duty is returning to deliver the explosive climax denied fans in the last series. Stars Adrian Dunbar, Vicky McClure and Martin Compston are on board for the three-part BBC One special. A TV insider said there's a strong feeling that there was unfinished business. Certainly was a strong feeling of that amongst fans. Right, just to remind you that we've got loads of stuff to give away today. We'll be as generous as we possibly can. We have a €100 hamper from Gilday's Farm Butchers, and we just want you to share your Christmas memory with us, your favourite Christmas memory from your childhood, something that happened, your cooking disasters. We all build up to this. Can you imagine? And you pull it out, the turkey's rotten or raw or something. I certainly have some memory of that from my childhood. It stunk, I seem to recall. Anyway, I won't discuss you with it. But anyway, if you want to tell us your Christmas disasters, cooking disasters, your favourite Christmas memories from your childhood, from last year, whenever, or if you want to say hello to someone who's very special to you and tell us why they're special, we'll then get in touch with us. Right. We got a message in from Chloe Borland, a teacher of music and religious education at Mulroy College. And she tells us that our school choir recently recorded Light a Candle on This Silent Night. It's by Glenda E. Franklin for the Choirs for Christmas competition. The talented Mulroy College choir consists of 60 students from first year to sixth year who are divided into a junior and senior choir. The choir consists of both music students and non-music students who regularly rehearse for various events in school and in the local community. Now, the school and local communities have faced much tragedy this year, so the school choir performed and recorded this beautiful song inspired by Silent Night as it reminds them of their dear friends and loved ones who they have lost this year. The song also helps the school children and teachers to feel a sense of joy and comfort upon reflection of their cherished memories. We hope, they say, that this song brings comfort, hope, love and peace to all in our school and local communities this Christmas. We carry you with us always, wherever we go. Well done, Mulroy College Choir. 60 students there, and thanks to Chloe for recording that and sending it through to us. I hope you enjoyed that. Rightio, let us take a break. We'll be back with more on the 9 till noon show after these messages.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, offering low-rate car loans with fast approval. Apply online at letterkennycu.ie or in office today.
Give the gift of discovery this Christmas with an overnight escape or a meal they're sure to remember in that place they love or the one they'd love to try. Buy a voucher for one of Ireland's amazing hotels or restaurants today and support Irish businesses while getting a head start on your Christmas shopping. Brought to you by Fáilte Ireland.
McDade's Bathroom Plumbing and Tiles, serving the Northwest for over 40 years. Explore our showroom with more than 40 displays. Choose from an array of shower doors, shower trays, baths and bathroom accessories. Speak with an expert about tile selection and wall paneling. We also stock an array of plumbing, heating and stove spare parts, as well as a great selection of kitchen mixers and radiators at our trade counter. Our stove department is also available for you to choose a style that suits your needs and complements your home. McDade's Bathroom Plumbing Tiles, Buncrana. We're here for you.
Mike Denver in concert with guests Brendan Shine and Philomena Begley at the Mount Erigal Hotel, Letterkenny on January 6th and Millennium Forum Derry on March 18th. Tickets now on sale at both venues and Ticketmaster.ie. That's Mike Denver with Philomena Begley and Brendan Shine in Letterkenny and Derry. The perfect Christmas gift.
What's the best Christmas present you could get? A new car to you, from you. At iMotors, we have new Nissans ready and waiting for their new home in January. With an award-winning range and engine choice to suit everyone. Petrol, e-power, hybrid and electric. We have a car to suit everyone. Spoil yourself this Christmas. Call in today or visit imotors.ie.
At Abbott, a global healthcare company, you can build a career with a purpose while helping families live fuller, healthier lives. Our diabetes care business in Donegal is an award-winning site committed to the manufacture of life-changing medical devices. We're looking for permanent full-time process team leaders and engineers to become part of our team. Visit jobs.abbott.com/Donegal or find Abbott on Facebook or LinkedIn. Abbott, we change lives and build careers too.
Wishing all our customers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From all the management and staff of the Sandwich Company, thank you for your support through the year. Merry Christmas.
For all your home heating needs, oil, gas and solid fuels. National Fuels, Pierce Road, Letterkenny. 9137400. National Fuels, bringing you the time at...
It's 9:25. We say good morning now to three members of the group Anor. Gentlemen, good morning to you.
Morning, Greg.
How are you getting on?
The very best. All's good now.
Great stuff. It's good to have you on the show. We're speaking, and it's Tom McHugh, Jeremy McGee, Dean Conahan, and Declan Gagan, is it? Or Gohan? Gohan, right. I got it right the second time. Right, okay, so we're talking to three of the group in the context of a new song, and, well, it's not a new song, it's a cover of a song and a new music video. So who wants to tell us a bit about it?
Go on ahead. Your idea, Dean.
Dean, come on.
Someone's going to have to... Tears for Fears, Mad World. More like the Gary Jules version, and we decided to put like an Irish Celtic twist on it, along with our harmonies as well. Then when we had the song completed, then we decided to do a fundraiser for the Northwest Simon community in aid of homelessness. So,
and is there a particular reason why you chose that charity? I mean, obviously, you know, the housing crisis and the issue of homelessness, we're seeing record figures now. I suppose it's a case of trying to support that small group of people that are there for those who don't have a home.
We'd also seen, I think was it the night or the night after we shot the video, the young girl had died
in Dublin.
Dublin. So Tom had kind of read that and texted into the group to say maybe we could do it on behalf of the Simon community up here in the Northwest, you know?
Yeah.
We just take it for granted. Like, you never think you could end up someday without a roof over your head.
100%. I know exactly what you're on about. And it can be something as simple as, you know, even say your heating runs out and you realise how quickly it goes cold inside. You know, and then you start can you imagine if you didn't even have the luxury of the four walls, even without heat? Yeah. Tell us a bit about Anur, the band, if you don't mind.
The band's kind of everybody has a role in the band. So like Tom has this knowledge of Irish music and old Irish music that none of the rest of us have. So it's his job. If he knows those songs, he brings them to us. Dean can arrange harmonies like nobody else we know. So like for Mad World, you'd heard Mad World out and about. Mm-hmm. And in the back of his head, he's thinking, oh, I could put some cool harmonies to that. So we all journeyed down to Dean's house, and he played us some harmonies on the piano, and that was kind of why we ended up picking that. I don't think any of us would have ever thought to do that, but something was tickling the back of Dean's head when he heard it. Yeah,
and there has to be a bit of trust amongst each other too then, doesn't there? Because there's these clear roles and you know, what might seem like a leap of faith, you have to go for it and wait to see what the finished product's like.
Absolutely, yeah. I think I actually kind of shot it down at first. I didn't believe in it at all. I was like, that's a terrible idea, dude. And he was like, no, listen. He played a bit in the piano, and it was like, oh yeah, that's actually really, really cool.
How was your 2022 for you?
Actually, really good. We started in 2020. It was kind of Tom and Declan were a duo. Me and Dean were a duo. And then middle of lockdown, we were like, lads, once restrictions lift, we should make a video together. So we only got like a video a year for the first 2 years. Everyone has their own thing going on. And then this year we've doubled that record with 2 videos. So maybe we could double that again in 2023. But no, it was really good. And I think as a group, we got a lot of work done together. Like so.
Yeah, and what was the ethos of the band? Is it, traditional Irish music in a new way, or how do you? I hate asking musicians to frame their work because the answer is always the same. It's hard to. You don't necessarily want to be pigeonholed, or it can be hard to define. But what do you want to be achieving with your art?
Well, we didn't really set out to be like. Down the Irish music route. We're supposed to be started off with the Oil Triangle, but we're kind of influenced from all genres, and that's what we intend doing. We intend touching on a few different genres now going forward, but definitely the Irish music would be a base for us,
Yeah, and in terms of gigging in 2023, what's the hopes?
We'd love to. At the minute now, we are working on putting together like a theatre show. So we would love to bring it down that avenue, We, all of us in our own different capacities do gigs absolutely everywhere and for every kind of an event. But as a group, as a whole, we'd love to build out. We're actually I'm booking out a place for a couple of days in January to build the show properly and take all the ideas that we have and hopefully get the best part of 2 hours, if not 2 hours or more.
And I've seen them before with the idea being not that there's anything wrong with sort of an ad hoc gig, but that you're actually presenting a show and you say, right, this is our hour and a half or 2 hours. As I say, I've seen that and it's a cool experience because you as artists then get to sort of have a flow through it, or there's more meaning to it, or even if you wanted to tell a story or whatever journey you want to take the audience on.
Exactly. And for us, we're really lucky. Like the videos have been kind of, as you said, Irish influence, but the 4 of us have kind of like very.
That's a good name for a band. If you ever want to change it.
What's that?
The 4 of us. It's a good name for a band. If you ever want to change.
I think it's copyrighted.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. That's how I come up for the name of this show. Do you know? I can imagine them sitting around and go, "Well, there's 4 of us. There we have it." Our show is like it's on between 9 and noon. Yeah, there's the name. Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna listen to Mad World. And I've seen some of the words that you wrote and how you've sort of gently tried to encourage people to donate to it. And we really hope they do. This is for the Northwest Simon community to prevent homelessness. And will we go via your Facebook page? We'll share it on our socials as well. But where is the best place for people, if they have a listen to this and they want to donate, where would you direct them to?
Our Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect.
ONOFIDA-IR, Honor Official on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, well done.
There's a link there for the donation thing as well. All our posts over the last couple of days have a direct link for donating.
Super stuff. Well, listen, it's been lovely chatting to you. I'd be really envious of you as musicians. You've got you have great fun, I would say. It's hard work, but you get to go out and perform and be creative, and it must be a wonderful gift to have. Continued success. I hope you have a great 2023. I'm sure you will. And we're going to play your song now. But thanks so much for joining us, lads. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Happy Christmas. And as I say, happy and prosperous 2023. Right, that's Anur, Tom McHugh, Jeremy McGee, Dean Conahan and Declan Gohan. And we were just speaking to Tom, Jermid and Dean. And this is their version of Mad World.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. And their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrows. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And I feel the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world.
That's an and Mad World, and I like that. I think it's better than the original. Fair play to the lads at Unur. If you want to go and watch the video for that, you can check out their socials, ONOIR, and they've released that track and made a video for the Northwest Simon Community Preventing Homelessness, and the links to which are on their social medias. Hi Highland, is there an issue with your website this morning? Unfortunately there is. It's not internal here, it's external, but the teams are working on it, and hopefully that will be restored very, very soon. Could you please play a happy birthday to my fiancé Paul Kelly and Gaddy Duff Clonmany? We're engaged 4 years today. Love, Elaine. Well, that is lovely. Paul and Elaine engaged 4 years today, and Elaine wants to send her love to Paul. A very happy birthday to Maeve O'Donnell in St. Joseph's Hospital, Stranraer. Happy birthday to you, Maeve, from Dennis, Madeline, Joanne and all the Doherty family. Your birthday's tomorrow, as you know, and a big happy birthday from us as well. And sure, if you send that in again tomorrow, we'll play that as part of our Christmas show. We're inviting you to send in your Christmas memories, your cooking Christmas disasters, or if you want to say a special word, a special few words about someone in your life that has made your 2022 better, then get in touch with us. And it can be to thank anyone too. Maybe there's unsung heroes out there that need a mention and it would be useful for them. 08660 25,000. Some memories here. Tracy's in Creasla. Making Christmas pudding using my late granny's recipe. I use her silver spoon and she used to make them with. The smells of the pudding, steam, brings back such beautiful memories. And do you know what? The fact that you're using her spoon as well makes that extra special. That's a lovely memory, Tracy. It's bittersweet, isn't it? Because you're remembering your granny, but at the same time, it also reminds you that she's no longer with you. So it's one of those mixed emotions. And I'm glad that you have a specific spoon because I have a specific wooden spoon and it's the only thing I cook with. Hi, my Christmas memory is one of me and my brother in our granny's house in the early 90s for dinner. We always loved getting a spoonful of the sweet cream from the top of our parents' Christmas coffee, in inverted commas, after dinner. The memory always sticks with me at this time of year. That's lovely too as well. Happy Christmas. Having Christmas at Jomteen Beach, Pattaya in Thailand with my good friend Rocky. Merry Christmas to my family and friends. Okay, who sent that? I don't know, but their good friend is Rocky. That's something... You know, you toy with the idea of if you had the means or the way to have Christmas elsewhere, you know, maybe out foreign. I know there's some of you that listen here, and Kate Toomey, isn't it? Kate Tommy is a regular listener in California. It's great to have you on board. What's Christmas like for you in California, Kate? I know we have a lady, I think, either she's always on holidays in Lanzarote or she's over in Lanzarote quite regularly or lives there. I don't know what the answer to that question is. And then we've got people tuning in from Dubai and elsewhere as well, Australia. Let us know where you're listening to us from. Right, another chance here. A couple of people want to hear the question again for our Say What competition. We have a ticket. We'll take two callers on, and we have prizes for them, of course. One of them being a ticket for the car draw. I'll tell you about that just after 10 because you don't have very long. You've about 24 hours to get your tickets if you want to. Someone's going to get one today, though, for entering our Say What competition, and they'll also be in the draw tomorrow for 20 bags of coal, thanks to Kelly's Central Mountaintop. We simply want to know what word is beeped out from Michael Leddy on That's Entertainment on the 9 till Noon show.
But no, the reviews for this are and I am counting the hours.
All right, what is the answer? The reviews are...
But no, the reviews for this are and I am counting the hours.
Every time I play that, I've got a swear word in my head and I'm going to hell and I apologise. But anyway, it's not a bad word. 08660 25,000, the answer, your name and where you're from to that number. That's text or WhatsApp, by the way. And if you don't text, I don't want to ever exclude anyone as much as possible on this programme. If you don't text, you can give us a buzz. Caroline won't thank me for saying it because we're under P, as they say. But if you feel that you're being left out because you don't text, give us a call, 07491 25,000. Right, let us take a break. When are we talking books? This is a bluff session for me now because I'm not a big reader, but I know lots of you are. And I know lots of you are out there wondering what you're going to get someone for Christmas or even maybe treat yourself. How do you pick a good book if you don't read or you don't read much or maybe you like a different genre? Well, we're going to help you with that after these.
The 9 till Noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union. Now offering mortgages with life cover provided at no additional cost. Letterkenny Credit Union, 9102127.
Hello there. Christmas is the perfect time for saying thank you. And what better way than to give a Harvey's Point gift card. Available from the hotel on 07497 22208 or from harveyspoint.com. It's the gift that keeps on giving all year round. A Harvey's Point gift card.
With Christmas fast approaching, now's the perfect time to check out the hundreds of amazing gifts at Boots for under €15. From our Sunday Rain bath salts to our feather and down massage to sleep set. The perfect way to say you've got their back, shoulders, and even the bottom of their feet. Shop safely on boots.ie or via the Boots app. Subject to availability, larger stores, delivery charges may apply.
Are you tired of waiting for treatment or surgery? Did you know you can receive immediate treatment across the border under the new NI planned healthcare scheme at potentially no cost? Donegal patients are still being treated with us at Kingsbridge Private Hospital Northwest post-Brexit. The process is easy and our dedicated team will help guide you through it. So why wait? Contact us today to find out how you can skip the waiting lists and receive treatment in Northern Ireland. Visit kingsbridgeprivatehospital.com, because life matters.
On the road for Gas Networks Ireland this winter, you know all about people's energy concerns. Because there are concerns, every winter and all year round. Rest assured, your gas experts are here, keeping Ireland's energy moving and you informed.
Oh, great. Thanks for coming so quickly.
No problem. How can I help? For expert advice, go to gasnetworks.ie/experts.
Crawford Tiles and More, Castlefin. January sale starts December 28th at 10 a.m. Get up to 20% off tiles, bathware, wood flooring, plumbing, lights, vinyl and carpet. Job lots on display for sale. Delivery and fitting available. Crawford Tiles and More, 9143942. Sale starts December 28th. Miss it and miss out.
Okay, you're welcome back to the 9 till noon show here on Highland Radio. Don't forget you can watch the programme, and today in particular I'd encourage you to do so by hopping onto our website. I don't think the website's working properly at the moment. Go to social media, YouTube, Highland Radio Ireland, or you can go to Facebook. We're joined in studio now by our next guest on the programme, and that is Mark Bunchew, owner of Bookmarked Letterkenny. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. And it seems like you've opened up a pop-up shop here at Highland Radio.
Pretty much, yeah.
You have in front of you a load of books. And really what we're trying to do is give some people some ideas if they want to buy a book for someone, what's out there and what's good to get.
Absolutely, yeah. I suppose for the kids, the two most obvious ones, there's Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is going for years, over 275 million copies sold. Great book to get children into reading.
Why is it so popular?
It's just really it's really funny, and it really speaks. It's great language for sort of 8 to 12-year-olds. They just seem to love them, and the same children are buying the next one every single year. It's just been an incredible phenomenon. It's number one every single year, and David Walliams is the other major author for children of that age.
Would you describe that as a good book? Maybe if Granny and Grandad wants to buy a book for a 9-year-old to get someone into reading.
100%.
It's a good starter book as well.
And just ask them to read the first chapter, and they'll get hooked.
Yeah, really? Okay, well, that's always a good sign. Right, okay, so what is this? Oh, they still do those, do
Guinness
they?
Book of Records, 68 years old, believe it or not, and still our number one seller.
They were always in our house when we were younger.
Yeah.
Always.
Absolutely incredible.
It's good to see they're still popular. They are not going to be printing them unless they're selling.
And they're number one.
Really?
It's not just that they're selling.
What is that? What do you think the interest is there?
It's stunning to me, I have to say. All of that information is obviously available on the internet, but parents buying it for children and the children just lap it up. They just sit there and leaf through it.
But you can't, for something like that particularly, you can't be getting it in your hands. And also great for writing quiz questions over Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well. And it's a nice big book, which is always good.
It is a nice one. Nice for one for, as I say, a parent for a child or a Santa present.
Yeah, for sure. Big stocking filler. Right, what's next?
We've got two really interesting books here. Listen to the Land Speak and On Irish Folklore Treasury. Now this, you kind of look at these and you go, oh God. That was my initial reaction. But this one from John Creedon, An Irish Folklore Treasury, this is actually...
Can I have a look at that one just to get a feel for it? Yep.
They asked children back in the 1930s to go to their older relatives and ask them for stories of myth and folklore that they would have grown up with.
Yeah.
So most of the stories date back to the 1800s.
Oh, no, I see the attraction here now.
And this is a selection of the best of them.
Yeah, no, this is going to be of real interest to people of all generations. I think maybe even the older reader might find this interesting.
I think for an older relative, it's incredible.
Yeah, that's a cracker, that is. Well, that's going to be jogging some memories. That's brilliant, and it's beautifully put together too. That's An Irish Folklore Treasury. It's a selection of old stories, ways and wisdoms from the school's collection. And there's... They've really gone well with the cover there, haven't they? It's kind of got a sense
a really
of
nice gift
age to it, if that makes sense, doesn't it? Even though it's brand new. All right, okay. And the other one that you mentioned there?
Listen to the Land Speak, and that's it's basically the landmarks around Ireland, and it's the stories and the folklore that grew up around them and analysing them. So it starts off with the Crawley River, for example, and old stories that children were told to keep them safe, basically. They were told about fairies who'd take kids in the evening, but it was basically to keep kids safe from falling into the river.
Yeah.
I
just put a picture of Caroline over the fire, and Hudson just doesn't go near it at all. He's just scared stiff. Is that the type of thing we're talking about?
That's the sort of thing we're talking about, exactly. You've got it.
He's not afraid of the heat, but he takes one look at her face and he runs for the kitchen.
100%.
Okay, I'll just switch cameras here so people can see the cover of these. That is Listen to the Land Speak. And I actually like the title of that too. It's quite evocative.
Yeah, and it's a very unusual one, you know.
Yeah.
And then we've got...
Do you read a lot of these, or do you have different people in your circle that will read them and that you can trust their recommendations on, Mark? Because there's so much stuff across so many different genres.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I read biography and sport would be the main stuff I'm interested in. I have 4 adult daughters now at this stage. They're actually reading the Colleen Hoover stuff. It starts with us and it ends with us. These 2 books have been... This one here, It Ends With Us, is actually the first in the series. It came out in 2016 and it became a TikTok sensation.
Right.
It didn't really take off at the start, and then it...
Are these a series of books, are they?
That only came out this year, so that's the sequel to the first one, which is just out this year. So anybody who's read the first one, it was an absolutely fantastic book. All of my, as I say, adult children loved it.
Yeah, #1 Sunday best time-selling author, Ends With Us. So if you were buying this for someone, who would be delighted to receive that?
Generally, female, aged 18 up.
Yeah,
really
okay. And there's the other book, It Ends With Us as well. That's nice. Something about getting a book, isn't there? Okay. What's next then?
And then we've got Bono's autobiography, which, again, some people are kind of...
He's a bit Marmite, isn't he? But I think a lot of people would like this regardless of...
I think so. And when you see what he's done is actually he's taken 40 different songs and the story that was going on in his life around that time that the song was written. You know, back from when his mother died when he was 14, which I hadn't realised. And each song is basically the story that was going on and what was happening to his life around that time. And it's really well written. He's actually, obviously he's a great lyricist, but it's really, really well written. And
it's a real, actually, if you're a Bono fan, you get a real insight then to the process, presumably, as well.
Yeah.
But also if you're a music fan, generally speaking. But he does seem quite a divisive character, strangely. But maybe that's the way we like to take people who have achieved an awful lot. We like to chip them down a little bit. I think it's part of our Irish psyche. Roddy Collins.
Yeah.
He managed Finn Harps for a bit, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I always thought that was a strange one. Yeah, I think he might have been after Jonathan Speake.
Yeah, and he's managed a number of Irish clubs. He was an average...
He's an interesting character, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he describes it himself. He was an average manager and an average footballer, and the whole story is poking fun at himself. He gets slagged off just about everywhere he goes, and there's chants against him in Drogheda United and all this sort of thing.
Father. Ugly, ridiculous, hilarious.
Yeah.
I think he wrote those words of himself.
Yeah.
After the warm-up, I called them together and said, 1 or 2 of you decided to run inside the cones and the rest of you followed like a herd of sheep. It's a flock of sheep, one of the players said with a challenging stare. Not a herd of sheep. We all know that. Someone like that, don't we? All right, I think that's...
that's one I'm
Did you read that one yet?
No, I started reading it, but I love the way it's written. I'm actually that's going to be the next book I read, actually.
Right, and is it... Like, it's about Roddy, is it, or is it an insight into the football, or what way?
It's both. It's stories. It's stories poking fun at himself. So it's, as I say, the life and times of an average footballer, an average manager.
So
and
in
it's
other words,
through that lens.
In other words, you know, everyone releases the books and it's dead serious, and this is what he's talking about. Really, it sounds like an everyman story.
Very much so.
Yeah. Okay.
Very much so. Very much.
Right. Okay. Charlie Bird's book. You've got that one in your hand. Will we come to that now?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Time and Tide, and who would... I mean, Charlie Bird done so much this year in terms of raising awareness, in terms of raising money.
Yeah.
His story touched in a way you couldn't plan.
Very much
It had
so.
to happen the way it happened for it to work. Tell us a little bit about this book.
And that is the story of since his diagnosis. You know, the last scoop that he did, which turned into a podcast, and then his speech starting to go and people noticing it, And then he started Googling his symptoms and then confronting what actually the illness that he had, and then confronting his own mortality and so on, you know. So it's a really intimate story.
Okay, yeah, it really, really is. From him, Quinn, right? This is how does this sit, I wonder, with the TV show that was out?
I think they're very, very similar. It's more or less the same story,
right?
But told in obviously a lot more detail.
Yeah, and listen, that's going to appeal to lots of different people there.
Yeah, and it's a great read. It is a really good read.
Because a story written down can be quite different from how it's presented.
And that's with an Irishman. I mean, that story is an amazing story, no matter where you were from.
Do you know what? I said this before, and I can't wait for a Netflix or something to get their hands on that, because I just think, they might be able to sort of even be a little bit more... Anyway,
a bit more licensed.
I just think we've seen it with other things. I am fascinated by that story. Graham Norton. Is this fiction?
This is fourth book, it's fourth fiction book. And this one, he's injected more humour into this one. They're all set in Ireland, I suppose, the Ireland of his childhood. And there's a couple of murder ones and so on, and they're really well written. But this one, there's a lot of humour in this one as well, much more so than the other ones. The others were more dark humour. So he's quite a witty guy.
And he's a writer of note. I mean, he writes for TVs, shows made out of his work, and he sells a lot of books.
He does, yeah, and he's a very good writer. He really.
So this one's not made. It's funny, but not quite as dark in its humour as maybe some of his previous work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Here's a fascinating character.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry. He is of Friends fame, of course. Friends, Lovers, and The Big Terrible Thing, a memoir. Lisa Kudrow's written the foreword for that. I think he's got an interesting story. I know bits and bobs of it. I think he's kind of normal. I think he's kind of... he's a bit like a lot of us, really. He's got his weaknesses.
Yeah, and it's incredible. And he talks about how, he thought becoming famous was just a void in himself that he wanted to fill, and he fulfilled all his wildest dreams and it wasn't enough. And then he turned to alcoholism and so on. So it's an interesting story then of redemption, where he finally figured himself out after a long time.
Again, that's for any adult, really, I would suggest.
Yeah, very much so. If you're a fan of Friends, or you're a fan of the guy himself.
Apparently Friends is, at some point somewhere in the world, it's on a TV station.
It's massive.
And you're going to read this one out? So hand this one to me.
I'll let you read that.
All right. The !TE before Christmas. Serena Terry, the Sunday Times bestseller. 1 month to go, one stressed mum. Can she pull off the perfect family Christmas? What kind of a book is this?
So this lady is actually from Derry.
Yep.
And she became a TikTok sensation. She has over 2 million followers.
I think we call.
So she started off putting videos out on YouTube.
Mammy Banter, people would know from. She's been on this show as well before.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a book of all the stress that goes around Christmas and trying to pull your family together and stay sane through the whole process.
And I think the reason she's popular is it's relatable.
Yes,
there's a bit of exaggeration there, but a lot of it is real. That is the !SHITE before Christmas. 1 month to go, one stressed mum. Right, okay, so that's some book selections there, all in stock, I would hope, if you brought them up here.
If you walk in, they'll be on the first table as you go into any of the shops.
And again, people can struggle if you're leaving it to the last minute what to get someone.
Yeah.
A book is a lovely gift, because at the very least they'll go, oh, you think I'm a reader? Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, it's a very personal gift too.
I think so.
You have to,
and you can write something in it.
Yeah.
As well, if you so wish. All right, what was your book of 2022?
My book of 2022... well, I'm actually reading one called American Kingpin, believe it or not. It wasn't out this year, but I've just started reading it. It's about the story behind the Silk Road, and the whole story where they tried to get the guy who set up the Silk Road, and the FBI, and him trying to evade them and them trying to capture him and all that sort of thing.
So
it's a really, really riveting
That's
book.
the kind of one I think you look forward to getting home for half an hour to
very much so, yeah.
take bang out half a chapter or a chapter. All right. Listen, brilliant stuff, Mark. Thank you for that. I think some good ideas there. I think you've helped people. And also, you can get the books that Mark mentioned there and so much more besides at Bookmark in Letterkenny. And those were Mark's top 10. Was that 10 books? Top 10 books for Christmas. And fair play, you went right across all the genres as well. Really appreciate that. Happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll be back after the news and obituary notices.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
Government unveils its cow cull plan. For more in this week's Farmers' Journal, here's Paul Mooney.
We analyse the impact of the Climate Action Plan for farmers. Big push for all 46,000 acres farmers to be paid next year. And we have an exclusive interview with the European Commissioner for Agriculture on farm payments and food security.
Plus, in Irish country living, full festive TV listings, take our Christmas quiz, and lots of puzzles for all the family. The Irish Farmers' Journal wishes all our readers a happy and safe Christmas.
Are you thinking of changing your car? Then look no further than Inishowen Credit Union for your finance. It's simple. A car loan from Inishowen Credit Union means you borrow the money to pay for your car and the car is yours. No hidden fees or balloon payments. Apply online at www.inishowencu.ie or contact us on 074 9361017. Membership of Inishowen Credit Union is open to anyone who lives or works in the Inishowen Peninsula. Loans are subject to approval. Terms and conditions apply. Inishowen Credit Union is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Okay, so presents.
Check.
Decorations.
Check.
Christmas clothes.
Yep, check.
The turkey. You forgot the turkey.
Dunnes Stores has extended opening hours over the Christmas season, so you'll have plenty of time to get all those little jobs done. Opening times may vary. Check your Dunnes Stores app or dunnestores.com for more info. Dunnes Stores. Make Christmas for everyone.
Are you looking for a great gift for a wine lover this Christmas? In the Cellar Off licence at Kelly Centra, Letterkenny, there's great value in choice wines, reds and whites from around the world, including great value gift packs. Also, selected boxes of beer, 20 packs from just €22, and many more amazing offers for Christmas at Kelly Centra, Mountain Top, Letterkenny. The 2022 C-Store National Off-Licence of the Year. Drink alcohol responsibly. See drinkaware.ie.
And now the Highland Forecast, brought to you by Shop LK. Widespread Christmas shopping this December in Letterkenny. See shoplk.ie or like us on Facebook.
Okay, the weather forecast. A cloudy start today with isolated drizzly patches. Sunny spells and occasional showers will develop through the morning. Highs of 7 or 8 degrees in a light breeze. News next.
Live, on air, online and on the Highland Radio app. This is Highland Radio News.
Good morning, it's 10 o'clock. Donald Kavanagh at the Highland Radio News Desk. The Requiem Mass of Private Sean Rooney, the young Irish soldier killed while peacekeeping in Lebanon last week, is underway in Dundalk. After Mass finishes, his remains will be brought to Newton Cunningham in Donegal for a burial ceremony, at which the 24-year-old will be given full military honours, including an escort of 30 people and a firing party. President Michael D. Higgins is expected to attend. TD and former Army Ranger Cathal Berry says it's an opportunity to reflect on the sacrifice that soldiers make.
Most people in the public would have seen the photograph of Private Rooney in his blue beret, and you know by the cut of him by his pastor that he was just built to join the army. And I'm just conscious that how inadequate any words of mine would be for the family, but hopefully in a number of years' time, perhaps they might derive some comfort from the fact that at least he passed away doing the job he loved.
Well, temporary road closures are being put in place by An Garda Síochána around Newton Cunningham on the N13 main Letterkenny Derry Road from 12:30 this afternoon. The diversions will be in place between the entrance into Newton Cunningham Main Street and the junction with the R237 at Deer Park, with traffic being diverted through Newton Cunningham Village. Full details of those diversions on our website, highlandradio.com. Irish Water now says it's likely to be 6 o'clock this evening before a major issue in West Donegal is resolved. The utility says the water treatment plant interruption is because of will cause supply disruptions to communities in Maharorty, Mean Lara, Mean Clady, Glashushu, Derry Connor, Killult, Falcara, Dunmore, Ballyconnell, Shrohan, Old Town, Mean Derry and surrounding areas. Local Councillor Michael McClafferty says once again people supplied by the Ardsbeg plant at Gorthork are being affected, and this is a cause of great concern. The Marine Minister Charlie McConalogue has welcomed an agreement between the EU and UK on fishing opportunities for shared fish stocks for 2023. He says it provides for greater certainty and stability. However, industry representatives say it's time for a fairer deal. They want the government and the EU to address what they've described as the massive disparity in Ireland's share of EU fishing quotas. They're also concerned Norway had been seeking more access to Irish blue whiting stocks as part of a proposal that wasn't accepted by the EU. With more, here's Emma Ryan.
Minister McConalogue says the conclusion of the EU-UK negotiations allows quotas to be set for the full year, with increases in the quotas for some of Ireland's most important commercial stocks, including prawns, hake, northwest haddock and whiting. He says the reopening of the spur dog fishery is significant and concludes the final agreement respects the scientific advice and supports the rebuilding of overfished stocks. However, the industry is far from happy. Brendan Byrne of the Irish Fish Processors and Exporters Association says the industry is at a critical point with Brexit and a disastrous quota deal for Irish fishing, in which Spain is allowed to catch more fish in Irish waters than the Irish fleet. He added it is profoundly shocking that the EU would even consider granting Norway unfettered access to Irish waters after the Norwegian fleet sought more concessions in discussions on a potential new deal. That has been rejected by the EU.
The HSE says it has sourced a suitable location for daycare services in the Carndonagh catchment area, and it's working closely with the local community centre group regarding the reopening of daycare services in the Glengad Community Centre. Local people say the service closed during COVID-19 in Carn and never reopened, leaving many elderly people without vital social interaction. Local councillor Albert Doherty is a member of the HSC's Regional Health Forum. He says while he appreciates the temporary venues which have hosted local people, Carndonagh needs a full-time, dedicated day centre.
I believe that asking the older people of Carndonagh to travel is not fair on the families, and I believe it's more costing to the HSE. I've talked to a number of premises and a number of community leaders saying, can you be the solution? And I also include the HSE because many have told me with a little bit of internal accommodation works, perhaps we could go back to the Carndonagh Community Hospital.
And Ukraine's president has told politicians in the US his country will never surrender to Russia. America is providing surface-to-air missiles and more than $1 billion in support to Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky says that money is not charity, it's an investment. Addressing Congress in person on his first trip out of Ukraine since the conflict with Russia began, Volodymyr Zelensky spoke of a candlelit Christmas for millions in Ukraine this year.
Not because it's more romantic, no, but because there will be no electricity. Even if there is no electricity, the light of our faith in ourselves will not be put out.
Looking at the weather forecast, a cloudy start today with isolated drizzly patches. Sunny spells and occasional showers will develop as the morning goes on. Highs this afternoon of 7 or 8 degrees Celsius in a light breeze. And that's Highland Radio News for now. We're back with news again at 11 o'clock. Until then, from the news team, good morning.
Obituary notices for Thursday morning, December 22nd. The death has occurred of Paddy Doherty, Chuck, 287, The Cottages, Burnfoot. Reposing at his home this afternoon from 2 p.m. Removal from there on Saturday morning at 10:15 a.m. to St Maurice Church Fawn for Requiem Mass at 11 a.m, followed by interment in the adjoining cemetery. Requiem Mass can be viewed on churchservices.tv. Family time please from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Family flowers only please. Donations in lieu if desired to the Alzheimer's Society, care of any family member or Murphy Funeral Directors. The death has taken place of Mary Tressa Sweeney, Eden Ross Big, Portnew. Her remains will repose at Chauvelin's Funeral Home, Sandfield, this afternoon from 2 p.m, followed by removal to St Connell's Church, Kilclooney, arriving at 4 p.m. Funeral Mass tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. with burial afterwards in the adjoining cemetery. The death has taken place of Neil Neely Carey, formerly of Ballymacarthur, Greencastle. Neil is reposing at his sister Eileen's home in Redford, Kildaff, with family time please from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Funeral from there tomorrow morning at 10:15 a.m. for 11 o'clock Requiem Mass in St Mary's Church, Boken, Kildaff, followed by burial in Ballybrack Burial Ground. Funeral Mass can be viewed live on kildaffparish.com. The death has taken place of Thomas Alexander Lexi Moore, Moyle Road, Ludden, Buncrana. Funeral service in his home at 12 noon on Saturday, followed by burial at St Mary's Church of Ireland Burial Ground. House strictly private please, family flowers only. Donations in lieu if wished to Beaumont Hospital ICU North, care of Adair and Neely Funeral Directors. The death has taken place of John Harkin, Clonkillimore, Terman. Remains reposing at his late residence from 12 noon today. Funeral will take place in St Columba's Church, Terman on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. with burial afterwards in the adjoining cemetery. Rosary nightly at 9 p.m. House private from 10 p.m. daily and on the morning of the funeral. Family flowers only please. The death has occurred of Peggy MacDonald, 21, Summerhill, Buncrana, and formerly of Ballycastle, County Antrim, reposing at her home. Removal from there tomorrow morning at 10:15 a.m. to St Mary's Church, Cockhill for Requiem Mass at 11 a.m, followed by interment in the adjoining cemetery. Peggy's Requiem Mass can be viewed on churchservices.tv. Family time please from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. The death has taken place of Kathleen Fox, 9, Lower Ard O'Donnell, Letterkenny. Kathleen's remains will repose at her late residence today from 12 noon until 10 p.m. with rosary at 9 p.m. Funeral from there tomorrow morning at 10:40 a.m. going to St Eunan's Cathedral, Letterkenny for 11 a.m. Requiem Mass, which can be viewed live on churchservices.tv. Interment afterwards to New Lake Cemetery. House private please before the funeral tomorrow. Family flowers only please. Donations in lieu of flowers if desired to St Vincent de Paul St Camilla's Conference in Letterkenny, care of any family member. The death has occurred of Marie McHugh, Nee Preston, 83, Hillview Park, Castlederg. Her remains are reposing at the family home. Funeral from there tomorrow morning for Requiem Mass at 12 noon in St Patrick's Church, Castlederg. Interment afterwards in the adjoining churchyard. Family time please from 11 p.m. tonight and before the funeral tomorrow. The death has taken place of Elizabeth Matilda Rutherford, known as Betty, Main Street, Manor, Cunningham. Funeral from her late residence this afternoon at 1:45 p.m. for 2 p.m. funeral service in Ramohi Parish Church, Manor, Cunningham, followed by burial in the family plot in the adjoining graveyard. House private to family only please. Family flowers only. Donations in lieu if desired to Ramohi Parish Church. Funds care of any family member or Terence McClintock Funeral Director. For more details, including any family health guidelines for wakes and funerals, please go to highlandradio.com.
Text or WhatsApp your view to Greg on 086 60 25,000.
Okie doke, you're very welcome back to the second hour of the 9 till noon show. We have loads to keep you entertained over the next 2 hours. Please stay with us and hop online and watch the show. It'll be worth it. YouTube, Highland Radio Ireland, because we've got loads of people in studio here. Highland Radio Ireland on YouTube or across our Facebook pages, and we're streaming on Twitter there as well. You are sharing your Christmas stories. I'm not getting as many messages in as I would like, to be honest with you, paying tribute or thanking someone close to you or someone's done an awful lot for you. Maybe it's not what, maybe it's it doesn't suit you, and that's perfectly fine. But you can do that. You'll be doing a nice thing, I'm sure, and also you'll be in with a chance of winning that fantastic €100 meat hamper. Alicia was on to us. Fantastic song there. Their voice is amazing and it's soul touching. Wishing you a very happy Christmas. That's the band that were in us on Ur. They were good. Seemed like a good bunch of lads too as well. Right, and also I want to give you another chance to listen to our Say What competition. We have 20 bags of coal to give away tomorrow and a ticket for the car draw for the daily winner.
But no, the reviews for this are and I am counting the hours.
All right, the reviews for this are beep, and I'm counting the hours. What's the missing word there? Say what? Text the answer, your name and where you're from, to 086 60 25,000, 086 60 25,000. And as I say, you could win an entry into the car draw and also 20 bags of coal, thanks to our friends at Kelly Centre Mountain Top. And is someone going to win the bingo jackpot today? Let's find out.
It's time for NCBI Bingo on Highland Radio.
It's Thursday, December 22nd. Jackpot Day. Today's jackpot is €13,200. Today's jackpot number is 87. You're playing on a pink coloured sheet. The reference number is S14. It's game number 51. The numbers are the number 7, 90, 54, the number 2, 38, 14, 12, 79, 76, and the number 9. Phone your claim to 9104833 before 8 p.m. tonight, leaving your name, contact number, and the name of the shop where you purchased your book. Get all your NCBI Radio Bingo information at highlandradio.com.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
While everyone's obsessing about the Christmas season, you've got a different season on your mind. One where red noses come from shouting your support in the crisp, cold, pitchside air. Where the roaring fire is in your belly, not your sitting room. And the perfect gift is an unexpected win. Don't miss a moment with a GAA season ticket. A gift for yourself or the fan in your life. Available at gaa.ie/season ticket. Are you in? The GAA, where we all belong.
New this week in Home Store and More. All 100% cotton printed duvet sets and all prestige kitchenware and all feather and down duvets and pillows are all half price. But better hurry, because when all the half price 100% cotton printed duvet sets, prestige kitchenware and feather and down duvets and pillows are gone, they're gone. Also, all fireplace accessories are still half price. But when they're gone, they're definitely gone. Drop by your local Home Store and More. Visit us online at homestoreandmore.ie. Home Store and More. A happy home.
The world awaits you. Make that dream your next adventure. Cruise the Caribbean. Sail from Crete to Corsica. Soak in Santorini sunsets. Dine on the shores of the Indian Ocean. Stroll through cobbled streets for hidden gems, or bring the little ones to a magical wonderland. Trust the award-winning Atlantic Travel to guide your next adventure. Step through our doorway to the world. Atlantic Travel, Letterkenny.
Hello, Chris McManus, MEP here. I want to wish you all a happy and healthy Christmas. Thanks to you all for the support throughout 2022. Wishing you and yours a prosperous new year.
Ireland's biggest ever tribute weekend is coming back to Donegal. Trib Bash 2023 is taking place at the Clanry Hotel, Letterkenny on the 10th and 11th of February. The nation's very best tribute acts take to the stage with the fantastic award-winning Johnny Cash and June Carter tribute show Cash Returns, the sellout show Mac Fleetwood as Fleetwood Mac, the smash hit ABBA tribute with Bjorn Identity, and the show-stopping Queen tribute. Limited tickets available now at the hotel reception and online at eventbrite.ie. Trib Bash 2023 at the Clanry Hotel, Letterkenny. Your ideal Christmas present.
From everyone at iMotors, we want to thank you all for your support throughout the year. We wish all of our customers, old and new, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right, you're welcome back to the 9 till noon show here on Highland Radio, and we have in studio with us Fionnuala Rabbit. Hi, Fionnuala. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing? I'm just putting my name and my age on the back of my colouring competition as we're supposed to.
That's actually sorry, but you're actually now excluded because you're tampering after the closing date. So I'm afraid that's you out. You're.
That's it. I'm done.
You are going to have to endure a forfeit. Listen, come here. It was a great excitement, and I mean that genuinely, by the way. In one of the rooms here at Highland Radio, upstairs across the floor, the colouring competition, a huge success again this year, which is brilliant.
To be honest, if you remember last year, I came in with the pile and it was about 1.5 feet high, and I thought it was the best that we'd ever managed to get. It was unbelievable, the response we got. This year was even crazier, and I'm going to show you now as I bring them up.
Can I just say one thing as you do that?
Yeah.
I don't think you've really made a Christmas effort.
I know. I only have one Christmas jumper and I'm saving it for tomorrow.
I know. Admit to
I
that
will.
Either.
I will.
Like, I've got my Christmas hat on. I've got my Christmas hoodie on, and I have never experienced heat in this room like today. And it's the day I decided to wear
I put this scarf on because the jumper's not great. I know.
If you want
I'm
to
covering
rate,
up the jumper.
If you want to rate her jumper,
stuff on this Christmas. All my good clothes.
We all do.
All my good clothes are in the wash.
Okay.
That's what happens.
That's the reality.
That's what happens on a Holy Thursday.
Do you ever wash your clothes and then you either forget or can't be bothered to take them out, and you have to wash them again because that stuff.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Okay.
It definitely has occurred in the past.
Right. So the colouring competition.
Well, I'm just going to show you the different piles as we're going through it.
Please do.
So let's start off. We're starting off with the. Well, I've kind of gone younger rather than older, so I don't know what happened there. I put them down the wrong way. So this is the under sixes. So as you can see here, we had numerous entries for the under sixes. Anybody that's watching us online,
that's amazing,
can see these are all the fantastic entries for the number sixes for the under sixes that we had. Just some amazing colouring, beautiful colours, lovely ideas of how what everybody should look like and how rainbow-like they should be.
And it's hard to pick a winner, isn't it? Because
you're
looking through those and I'm
usually good at this kind of thing. You know me, I'm tough. So I heartless. That's it.
Not in everyday life, let me say. When it comes to making decisions,
I don't know. Some people might say in everyday life, but I was going through all of these, and I took them home, and I said, "That's it. Now I'm going to narrow them down."
Homework.
And I narrowed the category down to the top 14. That's as good as I managed to get. And then I had to round up a crew here at Highland and to give me a hand in order to narrow it a bit further, because I just could not make a decision. They're all so amazing. But we're down now to the last few. So the winners of these ones are, and here we go.
Drum roll. I don't have one. I'm just saying it out loud.
So, in third place, we have Grania Ní, and I apologise for this, Grania, but it's Grania Ní Lehlauer, which is actually Grania Lauer, and she's from Nínon Beag in Scull on Engel in Burnfoot.
Yes.
And this is Grania's wonderful picture. And Grania, we have a prize here for you. And I was...
Here he is.
I know. He can't...
Right
he
on
can't
cue.
miss it. He can't miss it. That's Grania was third in the under
Morning,
sixes.
Sean.
Good morning,
Grania is age 4.
Yes.
Well done, Grania. The second prize then for the under sixes is Erin Callan from Mondewey Middle, Manor Cunningham.
Well done to you.
And Erin is age 6. And this is Erin's amazing picture. I love this picture. Look at the sky and everything in it.
So putting mine to shame now, in fairness.
I know. It's absolutely amazing.
This is the under 6 category we're doing at the moment.
I know.
So that really puts your efforts into context.
I entered under 9. I don't see mine though.
And now we're coming through in it. So this person then that is the overall winner of the under sixes is Charlotte Connor, and she's age 5, and she's from Knock in Ballybuffet. And this is just
This is the winner.
This is
Come
the
on,
winner.
hand over here. I'll have a look at over here. Oh, wow. They even put a back on it.
I know.
Look at that. That is absolutely wonderful.
Brilliant.
Santa's looking a bit... the snowman's looking a bit worse for wear, though, around the eyes.
In fairness, he's had a rough night.
He has had a rough... The elf's
but
not
look
far
at the
behind
decorations on the tree. She
I
made the
know.
Christmas tree.
It's actually added to... It's three-dimensional. Can you get it? Yeah, it's three-dimensional. Okay, Charlotte Connor, you're 5 years of age, and you're from Knock Ballybuffet, and you are the under sixes winner. Yes?
Yes,
I'm looking
absolutely.
for you to make sure I haven't messed it up.
No, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm out of the game today.
No, you're doing good.
He is the under sixes winner. Congratulations to Charlotte, and congratulations to the others as well.
Okay.
For fantastic pictures being brought in.
How many categories are there?
3.
Okay.
And we'll be putting all these winners up online as well. So that is the under 6s. So now we thought the under 6s had a nice group of people that got involved in it. Here's the under 9s. I'm telling you now, I've strained my back for the Christmas just trying to carry these things around. So this is the under 9s.
If you can...
Unbelievable.
I know you're listening at different places in the car or whatever, but if you can, hop on our YouTube channel, Highland Radio Ireland,
and
or our Facebook page, and you get to have a look at what we're doing.
Amazing. Just fantastic entries that we had into this. So do you want to read these ones out?
How do you pick a winner? No, you're doing fantastic. You do that.
I know, it's, again, as I said, I managed to whittle these down to the top 12.
Yeah.
And again, had to call in a whole crew.
There was a collective, wasn't there?
There was. It ended up being a collective that had to pick the winners.
Was it as tense this year as has been in the past? Like, in other words,
it does get very argumentative.
I wasn't in the room. It was okay. I was in the room.
It does get very argumentative, and I do have to eventually step in and stop the fisticuffs and tell them it's a colouring competition. Let's be relaxed. And then, as usual, I end up having to add on prizes and stuff. It just ends up being messy because the people in Donegal are just too talented. This is where we go wrong. So this is in third place in the under 9s. And this is from Chloe Trimble in St. Eunan's.
Lovely
in
again,
Lahey.
Chloe. Well done in Lahey.
Yes, all the way down the other end. She actually lives in Donegal town.
Brilliant.
So that is lovely. So fantastic
That's my
effort
national
there.
school, you know.
Oh, is it?
That's the school.
Oh, well, she's bound to be a genius, so if she came out of the same school as you. So Chloe is a fantastic...
I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
I delivered a laptop to that school as well.
Yeah.
Years
Very
ago.
good, yeah.
Fantastic. So, in second
I
place...
remember it made the parish newsletter.
The person that won it, I believe.
Well, Chloe will be in the next parish newsletter.
Yeah, done.
So the next, in second place for the under 9s, age 9, coming from Woodlands National School is Cara Fleming.
Again, fantastic, Cara.
Guy's class in that one.
Really
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And Rudolph really pops on that one, doesn't he?
Does pop out at you totally. So, and then last but not least in the age 9, under 9 category is a girl from Robertson National School in Stranorlar. And her name, and I apologise because I'm definitely going to say this incorrectly because bad knows my Irish is, this lady, surname is Scheipel. So S-H-Y-P-L. Schippel. So this is Veronica Schippel in second class. She's aged 8 in Robertson National School in Stranorlar. And just look at this. I mean, it is absolutely
luxurious
beautiful.
sky, isn't it?
Oh my God! In fairness, it looks like something that you'd see in a gallery or something. I just think it's amazing. Yeah, lovely bit of painting on this for her, and that is the winner.
Here. Okay, well done. It's a bit closer on this camera. Well done to you, Veronica. Second class, Robertson's National School, Stranorlar, aged 8. You wouldn't know it. That's fantastic there. Although, that being said, schools are so good right from a very early age and getting young people involved in colouring and all that type of stuff and artistic stuff. Maybe we shouldn't be as surprised as we are, but that's wonderful.
In fairness, most of the entries that we got this year were from classes, and they just did an amazing job of painting right across the board.
Yep, super stuff. Well done. Now, last but not least,
it just gets better and better.
Okay, let's have a look at this.
Here we go.
I love the dramatic slap.
Because they're massive. Because they're massive. This is the under 12s. Now, a lot of the under 12s did them a bit bigger and everything. They printed them out on the larger sheets of paper and everything. I mean, just look at it. Like, this is only a runner-up. Like,
oh my
they're
God,
just amazing.
Yeah. It's almost a three-dimensional look to that one.
God, they're absolutely amazing. So what we did then, again, this one, I only managed to get this one down to a top 15. I mean, look at the colours in this.
Beautiful.
This one caused a row now. This is Amira Stevenson in 6th class in Donoughmore National School. I'm sorry now, you didn't make the top 3, Amira, but
special mention.
Let it be known that there was a lot of arguments over it because everybody just loved it.
Well, there's going to be even more now that you've held it up and said her name and not given her a prize.
I can't can't give everybody a prize. Look at all these prizes. We'd be bankrupt if I tried to give everybody a prize. So then these are the 3 winners. So in third place, we have Emer Doherty, age 10, and she is from Drumfad National School in Kerrykeel. And this is her.
Place. Oh, I like the sky on that one. That's magical, isn't
It's beautiful.
Lovely. Well done.
That's Emer
Details
Doherty.
incredible in the face as well.
Yeah.
And is there a wee bit stuck on the Christmas tree there as well?
Yes,
Or is that
there's a
colouring?
bit of glitter. Lovely
Well
bit of
done.
glitter on the Christmas tree just to give it a bit of extra sparkle.
Don't want to ruin anyone's Christmas, but glitter, microplastics. You know what I mean?
Oh, well,
So,
maybe it's a different kind of... Maybe it's
you can't get
environmentally
environmentally friendly glitter.
Maybe
I
it is.
suspect that that's
Why
what
are
that
you
is there.
at
It
your...
does look like that in fairness.
It does look environmentally friendly. Okay.
You're jumping on poor Emer after she did such a brilliant job. In second place, then, we have Cormac O'Doherty from Kilgrania in Lismonaghan. And he is in the under 12s. I don't have his age here now. But this is Cormac O'Doherty, and he's in second place
Oh,
in the
that
under
is
12s.
lovely. That is that's like the front of a book.
Yeah.
Well
It's a
done.
beautiful job now.
Yeah.
I wish I'd used more of the purple there. The purple looks good.
Yeah.
I have to say now.
Highland purple.
Yeah.
Always. You can never use enough Highland purple. And then here we go.
The
Drum
winner.
roll, please. The winner, aged 11 years of age and from Milford, is Kayla Malloy. And here is Kayla Malloy's...
The stickies on it there still, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm after mine.
Right, I see what they've done here.
Kayla made it
Wowzers,
3D.
that one, I might actually need to take that one up to this camera
Yeah,
because
no problem at all.
that is really... Oh, no, I haven't put the camera on me. 1 second now. Okay, look at this. Look at that, look. Well
Yeah,
done,
she cut
Kayla
all
Malloy in wonderful Milford.
Yeah, she cut all of the characters and even the snowball and the sun, the moon.
Oh, the moon as well. Look
Yeah.
at that. And what's that up here? It's
That's
the
it.
shooting star in the original one, is it?
Well, some people have treated it like a shooting star, and other people have treated it like a thrown snowball that's heading towards
Actually, now
the
I see
snowman.
both. To be honest, now I
Yeah.
see both. I don't know which
So
it is.
she treated it as a snowball that's being thrown, and in the 3D, it really gives you
Yeah.
that kind of a look
I
for it.
hope, for those of you watching, I hope that comes across. Well done, Kayla Malloy. You did fantastic, because all of you did. And again, can't emphasise this enough. Not just saying it for the sake of it, Fanula, but you could dig in there.
Oh my God,
pull
I could
anyone
pick out
out,
100 winners.
and they all would be really suitable winners. So shall I run through the categories too? I think you've another one you want to mention.
Yeah.
So our under 6s, the winner there, and everyone's a winner, by the way, but the only one that we can only obviously give a certain amount of prizes at, that's Charlotte Connor, just 5 years of age, but you wouldn't know it looking at that beautiful picture there. Bit of sparkle and glitter and beautiful colouring. And you are in Knock Ballybuffet. And then the next one, Veronica Schippel. From second class Robertson National School, Stranooler, age just 8 again. You wouldn't know it, judging by the wonderful colours there. So luxurious. Well done to you. You're a prize winner as well. And these are the ones that we've picked out at first. And last but not least, as we've seen there, Kayla Malloy from Milford, aged 11 years. Again, the future is bright with our young people when they're so talented and so inventive. We should all be really, really proud.
Absolutely. They're just fantastic now. So they are. I mean, as I said, all of these going right down through them was just such a joy, and also then so difficult to have to try and work out exactly.
And again, you know,
who's going to pick the winner.
The
'cause it's so
foundations
hard.
of all of this are down to the beautiful imagery that was put together. Thanks to Jarla Donegal Cartoons for providing the templates for everyone as well.
Absolutely fantastic. And please, I want everybody to know that I know these are just the winners, but if you know them, give them a call and let them know, because some of the people we tried to contact, but the schools were out, and we might.
Oh, they're off school today. They'll be listening, Mum, Dad,
Yeah,
and
they'll
everyone
be
will
all
be
at home
listening.
listening. So anybody that's listening in, if you know somebody that's one of the winners called out, be sure and let them know that their prizes are here for them. And I just thank everybody for getting involved, and it's definitely something we're going to do down the road again. I also had then, like I said, just to prove that I do have a heart, I get.
Where do you keep
I get
it?
sucker.
Where do you keep
I
this
keep it in
heart?
a suitcase, and I only
I
just
sit in
let
the
it out
fridge
every
at
once in a
home.
while. So I got a
It's not in your chest.
100% sure. So I got a lovely letter from a Mary McLaughlin.
Now, can I just say before, this is your story, but this is like if you were in my house, this is except with certain things that contribute to the story.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff
what would
that
happen.
goes on here. Go on.
Well, I got a lovely letter from a Mammy Mary McLaughlin, and she wrote in to tell me that her son, age 7, had spent a long time doing his colouring competition, and he did one, and then he wasn't happy, so he did one, and then he wasn't happy with it, so then he did a second one. But sadly, they put it out. She left it out in order to be able to send them.
The two pictures.
I know.
The dog got it.
Right. Okay. So here's.
He did.
Here's the first one. Like, you know, imagine this
lovely picture.
Tommy working
Worked
away
so
at this.
hard.
Look what's the dog's name?
So then this, and I'm not even an animal lover, but then she sent me this, which is a very, very upset puppy. They got a little puppy, and the puppy is very, very upset by what he did to Tommy's drawing.
Right.
So I have a little consolation prize.
Here's
for
the crime.
Tommy.
Okay, so there's Tommy's brilliant drawings. Look, that's gone, and then his second one, that's gone. And give us a look at this little rascal.
This is the little
and
rascal.
here is I have this habit of presuming that everyone can see what I'm doing. Of course, most people are listening. Gizmo.
It's a
Gizmo's
tiny
looking
little,
guilty.
tiny little, looks like kind of a lab cross puppy with his head down and his paws, knowing that he's been a very bad boy.
And apparently, he was forgiven almost straight away.
Almost straight away.
Okay, so we've got both of Tommy's efforts.
Both of Tommy's slightly bruised efforts after the doggy. So just to let them know that we have a little present here for Tommy McLaughlin if they're passing by the station, just to pop in.
All right, fantastic. That was brilliant. Well done. Again, thanks, Jarla. For the picture, and thank you to some, and the schools presumably would had to have coordinated some of this as well.
Oh, the schools have been amazing.
and
It's just so great for them. Yeah, we really appreciate that they get involved in it, because it's so wonderful for us here just to see all the fantastic art, and it's great to get the young people involved in something that we're doing over the Christmas, because a lot of the times the prizes and stuff are not really age appropriate. So I'm delighted.
You mean
that we
like
can
my
do this.
20 bags of coal?
That's it.
Okay,
That's it.
right, I
That's
get
it.
you.
It was right across the county as well, Greg.
Yeah.
That was the great thing about it.
Brilliant.
We covered every part of the county. So
excellent. And also, every picture was looked at.
Yeah.
Which
Oh
we
my
can
God.
say, which is, so the effort was, everyone was considered and looked at. And
by so
I
many
wasn't
people.
involved in this process, but I know every year is blown away by the effort and what have you.
Yeah, it's just amazing the work that they do. So good, so good, and it just takes us so long to try and go through them all. That's why it ends up taking longer and longer every year. It's because everybody wants to have a flick through them and see how lovely they are.
Well,
you really get the Christmas spirit off them. That's amazing.
That's the
thing of it.
testimony to how good they are. Right, okay, so that's it, is it? Did you do colouring in?
Oh yeah, Sean and I did our.
Did you write your name and age on the back of it?
She did.
Yeah.
Just looking at that.
I always write my age on my name and age on my colouring. I have a
You
colouring
didn't have
book.
to put the half in, though. I mean,
It's
seriously.
actually 8 months.
Fanula has a bit of an advantage now, in fairness, because she probably looked at all the good ones and says, well, if I take a little bit of that one.
Well, that
and a
is
little bit
true,
of that
actually.
one, I'll do this one.
I did, because I managed to do mine quite quickly. But it was because I looked at some of the stuff and I was like, I really like the way they've done that. And then I kind of copied. So this is my effort, copying a lot of the great work done by all the kids that were part
Did
of
Michael
the
help you with that?
competition. No, he's not a good colourer. He doesn't like to stay inside
Probably
the
no
lines.
patience.
I'm very strict about being inside the lines. It's a problem that I have. But that is my effort. There you go.
I will say that is really quite good.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm
Sean,
happy with
whip it out there.
Well, I actually think if
Give
I
that
had
to me,
more
'cause
crayons now.
Oh,
I
no,
would
you've
have
got the camera there.
You've
I've
had
got
a
the camera
whole
here.
year to buy yourself a new box of crayons.
I was actually quite happy with this until I saw some of the entries yesterday, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, but you're already in second place.
Oh, really?
100%. It looks like you spilled paint over a sheet of paper.
Well, yeah. It was actually, I think last year was
Let me have a
was
closer
slightly
laugh at
better,
this. I
in
mean,
fairness.
closer look at
I
this,
think
sorry.
so.
All right, this is his effort here.
The sky looks well.
What is that? What is the black?
That's the sky. It was nighttime.
Right,
Well, it was
okay.
about 11:30 when I was doing it, you see, so I thought I better try and emulate what's outside. So it was dark.
A lot of it's not coloured in, though. You've just sort of
That's
said
the snow
you've
that's the snow there.
Yeah, you've said anything white. I'm not bothering.
No, I used my white colouring pencil.
Yeah, you can see that the shading there. Not on Santa's beard, but be that as it may. And
Yeah,
I'll
So I can't wait to see yours then.
quickly whip mine out of the oven. Here we go. There's mine.
Let's have a little look
That
at
looks very
What?
familiar.
No, I think I
that
recognise
looks
that.
very
Mine.
familiar to
And I'll
me.
tell you one thing too about mine, and for just describing it for people in Radio Land. I coloured the sky blue. It's luxurious. Granted, it's not perfect, but when you have a look at Sean's here, and Vanilla Rabbit, age 51,
and 3/4.
Look at this. Yeah.
No.
It's 2/3. You work in sales, you know. I mean, seriously. Are you supposed to balance the books?
I normally try.
It's 2/3. Well, you round it down or up? I don't know. What you do.
Do you not put on your colouring books? Do you not have your ages?
And there's
on your
mine
colouring
there,
books?
right? So how are we going to get people to judge who wins?
Maybe we
out
look
of
at yours
us?
a wee second there, Greg.
There we go. There it is. There's mine there. Look, beautiful.
Did you sign the back of yours?
I did, yeah.
What did you sign on it?
I used. You know how J.K. Rowling? She's got that program called Strike.
Yeah,
she
with
wrote
Robert Galbraith.
Yes,
Her-
exactly. Well, you
her
see, when I'm
pseudonym.
doing art, I use a pseudonym, and my name is Connor, and I'm age 10. So there you have it.
In fairness, as
Do you like
Connor,
it?
age
Yeah,
10,
it's
well
lovely,
done you.
Yeah, so that's it. Thanks, Connor. I'm
So
thanking
you're telling
myself.
us you didn't really do one then?
No, I'm telling you, my pen name is Connor, and
And your pen age is 10.
Pen age is 10. So
Awesome.
that's it. Well done. So it's up to the audience now. We'll put the post on social media, see
We'll
who
put them
thinks
on
is
social
best.
media and people can actually vote.
Yes, okay. You might need to put an asterisk beside mine.
They'll know it's yours.
No, we might need to give Connor age
might have to credit
age-
my...
your pseudonym.
Now, the one thing you're not allowed to do this there is look for votes.
No, I didn't try that last year either because I lost also last year, didn't I?
Vanilla Rabbit. I was looking at Vanilla there when I did it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I usually got out because I
Galway
have a
and
large family down in Galway, and I sent them a message on Facebook. I was losing. I had to do something.
Right, come here.
And I
listen.
called on my 50 cousins to sort it out.
Did you win?
Yes.
All right.
No. She actually came third last year.
No way.
So
Rory
what is
Farrell
the
won by a mile.
what is the forfeit this year?
I thought I won last year.
Oh, it seems it could be me or you. It's.
Well, I've already got my song from last year. I'll just play that again.
I know you'd have to the 2022 version.
Right. I just want to say when we post this, and I'm going to put this on my social media as well, is that Sean is a frustrated singer. He fancies himself as what's that fella that Bublé?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sean Bublé. They call
Yeah.
him. That's what he's
He
known around the
totally
golf
does. He
club.
totally
Sean
does.
Bublé movie.
So
He
even
totally
though
does.
I'm going to just say, right, I'm going to be transparent. I didn't draw mine. Connor Brown did mine. Connor, thank you very much indeed. I'll send your mummy Adam or daddy Ad a mug for as a thank you. But I'm actually going to use Connor's, and even in the face of me cheating, I'm going to make sure you lose. Because we need you to say, I invite anyone who has encountered Sean, if he's sold you anything, if you played golf with him, do not vote for him, vote for everyone else so that we can hear old Sean Mickey Bubbles sing tomorrow.
Exactly.
And there'll be last year he did this thing where he sang a line, then David James sang. Personally, I thought the first line was the best part of that song. But no cheating this year. You're going to actually have to do it.
Okay.
All right. So I'll put, who's going to post them? Someone from the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, listen, thank you. You're going to be around tomorrow for the open day, of course.
100%, yeah.
Big day.
Open day starts at 10 o'clock, runs until 3. Santi's going to be here from about 10:30 until about 2:15, if anybody wants to call up.
2:15.
He has a lot on.
I know he
It's
does.
a very specific time frame.
It's incredibly specific.
I know, but sure, look at he's got to park out of town because he's never going to
Yeah,
get the
that's
reindeers through the traffic. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Right, so
And he's got a lot of places to get to tomorrow.
What's lovely about it too is he's located in our outside broadcast unit.
Yeah.
So people of all ages, if they need to see Santi, can
100%.
step up, have a chat, lastminute.com. And then come in and have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. Mums, dads, guardians can come in. And we want to see as many of you as possible. We've already had Lee Gooch committing that he's going to stay on, but I really insist, do not let that put you off. And also, hopefully, we will have a few other familiar voices that you can put faces to knocking around the building.
Absolutely.
And Michael's going to be up, of course, the people associated with this show as well. And it's going to be lovely. So that's from 10 o'clock. Tea, coffee. Hot chocolate?
Yes.
Right, water or milk? Water.
Milk.
You're going to make it on milk?
You have to make it on milk. Hot chocolate made by water.
I
is
did you a
wrong.
disservice earlier in the week, so. Right, okay, so that's we want to see you all up and come in and say hello at some point throughout the day. There's loads of parking here for convenience and all that type of stuff. I'm not saying there's going to be thousands here, but it's
well, I know they just asked if anybody people that are able, if they park kind of, anybody that knows the station knows there's a little bit of hill, and if people that are able kind of park at the bottom of the hill, letting anybody who has disabilities or whatever get up, be able to park up the top. That would be fantastic.
Do you want to give us a couple of lines of something, Sean? Just
I'll have to get tuned up now, in fairness now, but just a quick reminder, because that's what I do.
Oh, here we go.
Bit of a card draw tomorrow, remember?
Oh, really?
Bit of a card draw.
I'm over it. I did the colouring now. That's all I care about.
Big day.
So just to let you know out there, hand it over to the professional here, Sean. We have, all jokes aside, €3,000 to give away tomorrow on The Breakfast Show with Lee Gooch, on Around the Northwest with John Breslin, and also €1,000 on Jive Time with David James. And also, in amongst all of that, on this programme tomorrow, we're going to be giving someone out there who's entered the competition a €30,000 Nissan Juke. Beautiful in black for you to drive throughout 2023. And you can still enter, by the way, and it doesn't matter if you entered early, late, or in the middle, it's a draw. So anyone has an equal chance. And you can get your tickets by going on our website, highlandradio.com, click the car, enter there. Or if you want to give us a call, 07491 25,000, we will sort you out. You can get your tickets for as little as €8, 10 for 80, 6 for 50, or 1 for a tenner if you want to gift them out. And obviously do so well within your means and for fun, because it is fun, and it's going to be all given away tomorrow, Sean, isn't that correct?
It will be, yeah. So the lines will close, the entry will close at 11 o'clock sharp tomorrow, and hopefully sometime about 11:30 we'll be calling one lucky winner. But it starts off about 8:15 tomorrow with Lee.
In the past, we've sort of been able to do callbacks for people because there can be a big rush at the end. It's going to be difficult for us to do that tomorrow, so we're really encouraging, if you take a notion to get one, do it today if you can. We'll try and accommodate tomorrow as much as possible, but there can tend to be a little bit of a rush, and we don't want anyone to miss out. If you don't deal with cash or cards, you can call up to us here at the radio station at the Mountaintop, Letterkenny, and one of us will sort you out there. Isn't that it? Okay.
Excellent.
Listen, thank you again. I don't think we can impress enough our gratitude, Fionnuala, to all of the schools and parents, and particularly the young people that took part in this competition, for all the effort they put in. I mean, sitting in front of you, there's hours and hours and hours of effort that went into there, and we really genuinely appreciate every single person in taking part.
Absolutely, and as you said, everybody's a winner. They were amazing, and we had great fun here going through them all. We just loved them, and we might actually start putting a few up and around the place to give the Christmas feeling while everybody comes in tomorrow. But I just wanted to say to everybody, if you didn't manage to get a prize this time round, we will be holding colouring competitions in the future, so keep an eye out for them, and you might be lucky the next time.
Fionnuala doesn't commit to much, but
I
assure you she will follow through on that commitment. On air, she doesn't commit to much.
I love
she will follow through.
And now, it's my favourite thing.
Lovely having both of you in.
Thank you.
We'll get that up. What platform are you putting the voting for? I want it on Facebook.
I know you do.
Or TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
Or TikTok.
I can kick your backside and
How do you do colouring in TikTok?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll put it up on all the channels that go up today.
All right, brilliant stuff. Radio, everyone. We'll be back with more in the 9 till noon show after we take this break. Stay tuned, by the way. We've got loads of exciting stuff coming up over the next hour and 15 minutes. You won't want to miss it.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union. Now offering mortgages with life cover provided at no additional cost. Letterkenny Credit Union. 9102 127.
These are the sounds of the morning. These are the sounds of the night before. And these are the sounds of the morning after the night before. 10% of fatal alcohol-related crashes happen between 7 and 11 a.m. No matter how you might feel, the morning after is one of the most dangerous times to drive. Never ever drink and drive. From the Road Safety Authority.
There's big savings on big names for Christmas at McGee's Chemist Letterkenny, like Nivea sets from just $3.95, Technic cosmetic sets from $4.95, Dove and Link sets also from $4.95, and there's great fragrance gift sets from all the big names at great prices. Treat a loved one this Christmas at McGee's Chemist, Main Street, Letterkenny, or online at mcgees.ie. McGee's, with the best, costs less.
Everyone loves going to the cinema. That's why an Eclipse Cinemas gift voucher is the perfect Christmas present. They aren't just for kids, but all the family. Even little Miss Hard to Buy For. We all have one of them. And when you buy an Eclipse Cinemas gift voucher, you now get 10% extra free. Available on our Bundoran and Leopardstown cinemas or at eclipsecinemas.com. Vouchers don't expire and can even be used for dine-in screen options and VIP cinema experiences.
Brian McCormick Sports and Leisure, Main Street, Letterkenny. New for Christmas. Check out the O'Neill's Donegal Peak range for all the family. Lightweight padded jackets matched up with quarter zips and tees. Donegal training jersey for kids and adults from only €35. Save €10. New range of Donegal hats and accessories for that ideal Christmas gift. Give the gift of sport this Christmas. In store and online at bmcsports.ie.
Castle Grove House gift vouchers, the perfect gift for all the foodie fans on your list. Award-winning restaurant and wine cellar. Order now by calling 9151118 or order online at castlegrove.com.
There's nothing like getting a card or parcel in the post. So send from the heart and get 20 Christmas stamps for just €20 from onpost.com or your local post office. And don't forget, the last day for posting within the Republic of Ireland is Thursday, December 22nd. On Post, for your world. For more information, see onpost.com/Christmas.
National Fuels Churchill. Delivering home heating oil in Letterkenny and surrounding areas. 9137 400. National Fuels. Bringing you the time at...
All right, the time's 10:48. Quick break to catch up on them. We've got some live music in studio for you.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, offering low-rate car loans with fast approval. Apply online at letterkennycu.ie or in office today.
Today is your last chance to win big with Highland Radio. To be part of our biggest ever Christmas competition, simply log on to highlandradio.com and purchase your draw tickets. Or call us on 074 91 25,000. But be quick, entries close tomorrow at 11 a.m. One lucky winner will drive away with a brand new Nissan Duke SV worth over €30,000. And we also have 3 €1,000 cash prizes to give away across the day. Tune in to hear if you're a winner with Highland at Christmas. Good luck and Merry Christmas from all at Highland Radio.
For great fuel deals, contact Gortley Sales and Hire. Large sacks and trailer loads of logs. Also briquettes, coal, kindling and gas with free delivery locally. Contact Gortley Sales and Hire in Letterkenny on 91-262-76.
Give the gift of discovery this Christmas with an overnight escape or a meal they're sure to remember in that place they love or the one they'd love to try. Buy a voucher for one of Ireland's amazing hotels or restaurants today and support Irish businesses while getting a head start on your Christmas shopping. Brought to you by Fáilte Ireland.
Mike Denver in concert with guests Brendan Shine and Philomena Begley at the Mount Erigal Hotel, Letterkenny on January 6th and Millennium Forum Derry on March 18th. Tickets now on sale at both venues and ticketmaster.ie. That's Mike Denver with Philomena Begley and Brendan Shine in Letterkenny and Derry. The perfect Christmas gift.
Under the one sky, we share all of life's experiences, including grief. It helps so much to talk, to reminisce, to reflect. Irish Hospice Foundation Bereavement Support Line is open for all of us who are grieving. Free phone 1800 80 70 77 to talk to someone in confidence and for a shoulder to lean on.
Joe Gallagher Entertainment presents the world's greatest ABBA show. Direct from Sweden, Arrival, featuring original ABBA musician. Sunday the 8th of January, Mount Erigal Hotel, Letterkenny. Tickets on sale from hotel reception and ticketmaster.ie. Follow us on Facebook, Joe Gallagher Entertainment.
Okay, you're very welcome back to the 9 till noon show. We have in studio with us now Johnny Gregg. Loving the name, Johnny. Good morning to you.
Morning, Greg.
Johnny, is that your real name? Is Greg your surname or is this a stage name?
Greg is my real
Yeah,
second name.
It's got a great rhyme to it, Greg. Johnny Gregg. I like it. It's almost as if it's as good as Johnny Cash, I think.
Yeah.
You love music, don't you? You're 16 years of age, but you love music.
Uh-huh.
All right, what kind of music do you like?
All of the rock and roll, rock, country.
Meatloaf?
Yeah, Meatloaf, Elvis, Garth Brooks.
Did you get to see Garth Brooks this year?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, once or?
Once.
And what did you think?
Oh, I thought it was great.
Meatloaf, there's nothing like Meatloaf either. He's an amazing performer.
Well, too bad he died.
I know. But look at the work he left behind him for everyone to enjoy. You're a student at Finn Valley School, isn't that right?
That's right.
Okay. You have a bit of an Elvis Presley look to you. Is that an accident?
Yeah, that's right.
You're inspired by the era of old. How did you get into listening to this type of music, Johnny? Was it played in the house when you were younger, or?
Yeah. Well, my dad used to play Elvis on the computer when I was younger. But then I was more of a Michael Jackson fan when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But then when I saw Elvis costumes, I got into Elvis and dressed up like him.
Yeah. There's no one could perform like him, I don't think. Did you see his film this year?
Oh, yeah, I did. But it was more of it The Manager.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's better stuff out there. I didn't find it was about him or the music at all. I thought there was very little of his music in there, really, as a music fan of his. Right, come here. You're going to sing Blue Christmas for us.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take it away there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is Johnny Gregg, just 16 years of age, big fan of music, from Ballybuffet, and attends the Finn Valley School in Stranorlar. Johnny, take it away.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations are red on a green Christmas tree. Won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And that's when those blue snowflakes start falling. And that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas.
Yeah, well done, Johnny. That was brilliant. Bit of Johnny Gregg in there, bit of Elvis in there too. You can see the influence. Well done, Johnny. Brilliant on the guitar as well.
Thank you.
Have you performed in public much?
Yeah. Well, no. Only time I did it was at the Buskin Festival a few years ago.
All right, that was good fun, but this is different. This is your first time on radio doing it.
Yeah.
Well done. You did brilliant. You did yourself proud and your family proud. Well done.
Thank you.
That was genuinely good. Tough song to sing, that one.
Oh, tough song. Not for me.
Not for you. No bother to you as well. And just for listeners there, Johnny was playing the guitar himself. Listen, thank you so much for calling in. That was brilliant.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you so much. All right, wasn't that good fun? We want to thank Johnny Gregg there. Just 16 years of age. You wouldn't know it, would you? And that was his version of Blue Christmas. Thanks to Johnny and the crew for calling in. Back with more on the programme after the break.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
Bí an gíomhre seo, Tá go winterready.ie. Ó na tiltte steidirmafol go críonleacaí, ní féidir an gíomhre huair. Bámach go bailach a sárchan ó hain, do bhaile agus do gnó chusins ag winterready.ie. Nú lean was ar Twitter ag emergency.ie. Sons knúb go chuid rialtas na héireann.
Footwear and sale. Put the two together and head to McGarrigle Shoes in Letterkenny for big savings. In their huge winter clearance sale, there's up to 70% off. That's right now at McGarrigle Shoes, Main Street, Letterkenny.
Don't miss the Spirit of Smoky live for one night only at the Villa Rose Hotel Ballybuffet on Friday, December 30th. Full bar and dancing. Hear all your favourites living next door to Alice O'Carroll and many more. That's the Spirit of Smoky live at the Villa Rose Hotel. Tickets €25 on sale from ticketstop.ie, hotel reception or pay at the door.
Hello, Farmer Tinney here. Tinney's Toys are now open 7 days a week. New stock arriving weekly. Our Christmas Club is now open. Check out our entire range online at tinneys.toys.com, where we offer free shipping on orders over €75. Buy now, pay later with Klarna. No extra charges. Tinney's Toys, Ireland's largest farm toy superstore. Down by.
That magical time of year once more, with mince pies and pudding and treats galore, taking pride of place by the twinkling tree. All you need to know about the season's TV. A world of entertainment wrapped up inside. Christmas begins with the RTE Guide.
For a beautiful bouquet of flowers this Christmas, call Annie's Flowers and Gifts, Letterkenny. Also candles and other beautiful festive table arrangements. Orders for local deliveries taken up to this Friday the 23rd. Annie's Flowers and Gifts, Lower Main Street, Letterkenny. Call 917740.
And now the Highland weather, brought to you by Shop LK. An accumulation of Christmas shoppers will descend on Letterkenny this December. See shoplk.ie or like us on Facebook.
Okay, you're very welcome back to the 9 till noon show here on Highland Radio. Let's keep the weather forecast short and sweet. Listen, tune in for the next hour. We've got loads of stuff that I'm sure you'll enjoy, but I'll just give you a weather forecast here. Cloudy start today with isolated drizzle patches. They've pretty much cleared now. Sunny spells and occasional showers will develop through the morning. Temperatures of 7 or 8 degrees in a light breezes. A caller says, good on you, Johnny. No bother to you. Love Kathleen Brown in Stranola. He was really good, wasn't he? And I think he enjoyed it too. That guy is made for the stage. You can tell by that, because he loves it, and a great bit of confidence too, which is also great to see. Brilliant, Johnny. He also sang Grace and the Finn Valley College Christmas Variety Concert, and you could have heard a pin drop in the Ballard Theatre. Indeed, I can imagine he can bag out a really good version of that too. Wishing everyone in the health centre in Fanad a happy Christmas. That's coming in from Siobhan. A caller says, hi Greg, John Creedon book must be an accompaniment of his TV show, in where we found out the meaning behind the poisoned glen in Dunlewy. Also, mugs on faces were mentioned yesterday. That was me. I'm not allowed to have a mug on my face on the mug in case I run away with myself, in case I get too cocky, you see. How about heat-changing mugs with faces doing various poses with the stars of the show? So get puckering, Greg. I used to have one of those mugs that you filled with water and it revealed an image. And I just thought it was magic. It was just unbelievable. I recall, but I was a younger person then. All right, 11 o'clock. Let's get a news update with the man himself. It's Donald Kavanagh. Good morning, Donald.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning. The funeral mass of Private Sean Rooney has concluded in Dundalk. His funeral cortege is now making its way to Donegal. The cortege has stopped at Aiken Barracks in County Louth, where he was stationed, before travelling on to Newton Cunningham, where he'll be buried with full military honours this afternoon in the presence of President Michael D. Higgins. Hundreds gathered to pay their final respects and say their goodbyes to the 24-year-old peacekeeper who was killed in Lebanon last Wednesday night. During this morning's funeral mass, Sean's mother, Natasha McCloskey, said there were no words to explain how proud she is of him. She described him as a national hero. Irish Water now says it's likely to be 6 o'clock this evening before a major issue in West Donegal is resolved. Local councillor Michael McClafferty says once again people supplied by the Ardbeg plant at Gorthahork are being affected. This is a great cause of great concern, he says, as well as the area from Falcarra to Maharorty. He says the area toward Dunfanaghy is now coming under pressure because water is being pumped from Dunfanaghy to Gorthahork in a bid to provide some essential services with supplies. He says it's imperative that Irish Water meet with Glenty's MD councillors early in the new year to discuss what's needed to bring the Ardbeg plant up to scratch. Minister Charlie McConalogue is welcoming an agreement between the EU and UK on fishing opportunities for shared fish stocks in 2023, saying it provides for greater certainty and stability. However, industry representatives say it's time for a fairer deal. They want the government and the EU to address what they've described as a massive disparity in Ireland's share of EU fishing quotas. They're also concerned Norway had been seeking more access to Irish blue whiting stocks as part of a proposal that wasn't accepted by the EU. The HSE says it has sourced a suitable location for day services in the Carndonagh catchment area and is working closely with the local community centre regarding the reopening of daycare services in the Glengad Community Centre. Local people say the service in Carn closed during COVID and never reopened, leaving many elderly people without vital social interaction. Local councillor Albert Doherty says while he appreciates the temporary venues have hosted local people, Carndonagh needs a full-time dedicated day centre. And the County Donegal Heritage Office has begun the process of preparing a new heritage plan for the county in association with the County Council and the Donegal Heritage Council. They're asking people to submit their views on what a 5-year plan to identify, conserve, manage, promote and interpret Donegal's heritage should entail. Joe Gallagher, the Heritage Officer with Donegal County Council, says the plan will direct heritage priorities, resources and funding for the next 5 years in Donegal. And we're back with news headlines again at 12 noon.
Thank you very much, Donal.
Watch the show live now on YouTube, Facebook and at highlandradio.com.
Rejoin us in just 2.5 minutes. Dr. Joe Kelly's going to be on with us discussing the history of Christmas carols.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union, now offering MyCU current account and debit MasterCard, bringing full banking features, delivered with the same local trustworthy service of your credit union.
Government unveils its cow cull plan. For more in this week's Farmers Journal, here's Paul Mooney.
We analyse the impact of the Climate Action Plan for farmers. Big push for all 46,000 acres farmers to be paid next year. And we have an exclusive interview with the European Commissioner for Agriculture on farm payments and food security.
Plus, in Irish country living, full festive TV listings, take our Christmas quiz, and lots of puzzles for all the family. The Irish Farmers Journal wishes all our readers a happy and safe Christmas.
Christmas is the season of giving, but it can be difficult to know who on your list wants what. Save yourself the guesswork by giving the gift of choice. Whether you're buying for the foodie, fashionista or homebird of the family, they'll love a Dunnes Stores gift card. They can choose from everything we have in store and online, from fashion to homewares to groceries. It's the perfect choice to make this Christmas. Visit dunnesstores.com for details. Make Christmas for everyone. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you searching for a perfect Christmas gift for the country music fan in your life? The Clanry Hotel Letterkenny presents the Three Amigos on Tuesday, January 3rd and Nathan Carter on Friday, the 20th of January. Tickets available from the hotel reception. Call the Clanry Hotel today on 912439.
New this week in Home Store and More. All 100% cotton printed duvet sets and all prestige kitchenware and all feather and down duvets and pillows are all half price. But better hurry, because when all the half price 100% cotton printed duvet sets, prestige kitchenware and feather and down duvets and pillows are gone, they're gone. Also, all fireplace accessories are still half price. But when they're gone, they're definitely gone. Drop by your local Home Store and More. Visit us online at homestoreandmore.ie. Home Store and More. A happy home.
Veolia, Ireland's leading environmental services company, provides solutions that enable ecological transformation through a comprehensive range of energy, waste and water services. We are currently seeking project managers and project engineers with water or wastewater experience to join our dynamic and growing team in Donegal. If you are interested in any of these exciting opportunities, please send your CV to ie.talent@veolia.com.
All right, loads of you in Radioland and online enjoyed Johnny Gregg's performance. Glenalla Photography, wow, he's brilliant on Facebook. Isla Gregg, that's my Johnny. That's my grandson, Johnny Isla. I'm sure you, hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and I'm sure you're incredibly proud. Frida, amazing, Johnny. Rosemary Lafferty, well done, Johnny. Very talented young man, fantastic performance. Adriana French, brilliant, very talented, well done, Johnny. Olive, also on Facebook, well done, Jolly. So our online crowd watching enjoyed that performance. They got the full effect, of course, because he was standing up playing his guitar, and he's got that. He's got a bit of an Elvis look to him, no doubt about that. We're going to give away 20 bags of coal today. Actually, we're going to move it forward because we've got so much to cram in tomorrow, and I don't want to rush it. So we are going to do that today. So the daily winner will join two other people that have won. And one of them is going to win 20 bags of coal thanks to Kelly's Centra Mountain Top. I was over there, spotted they've got quite a few coal deals going on there. Let me see. Let us... oh, yeah. I'm playing this a wee bit late. For my nephew, Jonathan Blackburn, who's getting married to Sarah Bates in Killygordon, from Uncle Noel and Auntie Linda, all the best. So hopefully you have a wonderful day. I think... the traffic lights have been sorted in Killygordon now. You might have remember over the last couple of days we had a few people saying that the way the traffic lights were set up were very disruptive, and I have been informed that they're back to normal, I think. Now, I don't know if that's normal in terms of stop-go or what the story is, but I think they're somewhat better than they were before. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. Oh, right, because people are getting married in Killygordon. Millie McElhenny's in Rooski Creasler. Happy 6th birthday to you, Millie, from Aunt Bridget and Johnny in County Kerry. Of course, Millie normally would be at school, I think, when we are on the air. Hopefully, Millie, you're off today and listening. Have a happy birthday, 6 today, from Aunt Bridget and John in County Kerry. And don't the years fly in. 1 minute you're taking them home, and the next they're 6 or 10 or 21. Right, okay. Let us take a quick break. Straight after this, we have Joe Kelly.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union. Now offering mortgages with life cover provided at no additional cost. Letterkenny Credit Union, 9102127.
Sleeves rolled up, mayo on the chin, your mate side-eyeing the fancy bun, saving the crispy coating crumbs for last. Now that's how you know it's good.
The McCrispy from McDonald's with 100% chicken breast. Chicken for chicken lovers.
Oi, that's mine.
From 11 a.m, subject to availability.
Okay, we are back on the 9 till noon show here on Highland Radio, and we are joined on the programme now by the one and only Dr. Joe Kelly. Majin Y, good morning to you. How are you keeping, Joe? Great to have you with us.
Good morning to yourself, Majin Y. Good, Greg is luck and all your listeners in Highland Radio. Hope all is well with you.
Now, you are finished for Christmas, aren't you?
There's no such thing as finished when you have family.
That's not.
You'll keep going.
Joe, that's not work. Don't say that.
Neither way.
The joy of finishing work is you can spend time with your family. You can't lump them in with work.
But sure, when you're teaching, you're working with children as well. And
I know.
It's just as enjoyable.
I do understand that. I'm only teasing. Right. Okay. How long have we been singing Christmas carols? In the sense that that makes some sense today.
Yeah, well, it's probably only a modern thing, really. If we go back originally, Christmas wouldn't have been celebrated until 325 because of the Roman Empire had banned it and people were being persecuted and crucified because they were Christian. It wasn't accepted up until 325. But we do know, going back to 129, there was a bishop in Rome that encouraged his congregation to sing an angel hymn. And then sometime later, we find in a man by the name of Comas of Jerusalem, he wrote a song for the Greek Orthodox Church, a Christmas carol as well. But it wouldn't have been very, very common. And throughout the Middle Ages, it seemed to have fallen out of favour, so to speak. And many of the Christmas carols, now I define a Christmas carol in the dictionary sense, a traditional song, religious song that is sung before Christmas that celebrates the birth of Jesus. That's what it would be traditionally understood as opposed to Christmas songs and pop songs. And it really, you could say it was the late 1700s and into the 19th century that the carols that we would normally sing now at church and at festivals, any nativity plays and things like that would come really from that time. Some of them would have, we don't know how much, but tenuous links to the older times, some going back maybe to the 12th century. But sure, look, we'll go through a few of them and we'll see where
we will. But is are they Christmas carols, or are the carols celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ? And are those two separate things?
Yeah, well, you see, carols originally, the carols were to commemorate the story of the birth of Jesus. That's the Christmas carols. That's what they were to do, and they would have been seen in a religious sense. So you're quite correct in making the distinction. But the problem was that up until really St. Francis, up to that time, and even after, right up until 1965, for example, in the Catholic Church, last Mass was in Latin, everything was in Latin. So people didn't get to sing in the vernacular. It was maybe more the Reformed Church that's the Protestant tradition would have a far stronger singing tradition, because they would sing in the vernacular, in their local language, be it in German, French, English. We didn't have that tradition, for example, in the Catholic Church. And therefore, we find that many of the Christmas carols are actually composed or written, or the music put with it, by Protestant pastors and Protestant musicians, which is very interesting. And then that crosses over eventually into the Catholic Church. So with Vatican II and the Catholic Church, the vernacular masses in English or in Irish or whatever the local language is. So that change is relatively new. But the carols themselves, it was probably, excuse me, St. Francis that first changed from the Latin. He gave us the Christmas tree, as we know, but he also celebrated Mass in his cave, but he did it in such a way that they were allowed to sing in Italian, the local language.
Yeah, that would have been controversial, though. Anytime you step away from tradition, it's going to rattle some cages, I presume.
Well, I mean, anybody that read the life of St. Francis, he was in modern terms, he was a pure madman. He was so radical and different. I mean, the Franciscans aren't always known to stand in the middle. They were always a wee bit to the extreme, and a very lively people. You know, the Franciscan order are an amazing, amazing order, and we know that maybe in Irish history. We'll do that later with the annals of the Four Masters and things like that. But St. Francis went and lived in a cave. He talked like sister, sun, and brother moon and things like that. He really was a man of his time, and way ahead of even today's world. Some of the thoughts and ideas that he had, and he realised that the songs of Christmas should be sung by the normal, everyday person, and they should be able to use the language that they have to do that. And yeah, that was maybe controversial. Maybe that's why he was out living in a cave. He wasn't in the middle of a big cathedral or a big church. He was away out on the periphery of society, so to speak, and yet he drew people around him. So he would be known as the father of caroling. And he was really the first to start Christmas carol singing in the congregation. That was where it really began. Yeah.
All right. Away in a Manger. And I'm starting with that one because, you know, a lot of younger people who may be listening at home with their caregivers may have sung that in a nativity play. I think it's the one I would associate most with nativity plays. So what's the history of Away in a Manger?
We're not 100% sure who the author was. Some attribute it to Martin Luther, the reformer, as I said, mentioned to you earlier, the Protestant tradition. It is believed, you know, that it was obviously written in German and attributed, but it was first published in 1885 in a evangelical Lutheran Sunday school book. That was the first time it was published, a little children book of hymns. And we don't know much more of it other than that there, but no doubt it has become a very, very famous carol over the years, well known and part of most nativity plays in the schools.
Yeah, I think Oh Come All Ye Faithful is the one that, you know, that really would get the hairs in the back of my neck standing up at Christmas time. Everyone has their own though, but for me that would be it. It's I think most churches it's sang in, isn't it? Joe? Yeah,
and it'd probably be known better in the Latin, Adeste Fidelis.
Go on, give us a few bars.
No, I do have the Latin Adeste Fidelis.
I have no doubt about that. That's why I said it, Joe. But anyway, we won't put pressure on you.
I'm a wee bit hoarse today, but we don't know of its origins. We know that it's not any earlier than the 17th or the 18th century, and it was believed that Francis Wade, he was about 11, 17, he was born. He was an English music teacher, that he had some part to play with its composition, but that it was Frederick Oakley he was born in 1802, that put the music to it. So whether, I put an English translation to it, sorry. And he was a Roman Catholic priest in Westminster. So that then went from the Latin into O Come All Ye Faithful. But some would claim it was older than that there, that it was back to the 13th century to St. Bonaventure. But again, it just tells the lovely story of the birth of Jesus, and the three-part harmony at the end. You start off low, and then you increase, and then you increase. So we would all know it. But again, possibly going back to the 13th century. So if anybody's singing it in the church, is this Christmas, maybe they can be thinking that this is a song that has been, or a carol that has been there for over 700 years.
And that is standing the test of time. The first Noel, of course, is another one that would rival "O Come All Ye Faithful" in terms of, one of those that's synonymous with the season. Yeah, well, so it's again, it's a very interesting one because it's believed again to be of Cornish origin, and it's not that old. 1823 is when it's first published. And Noel, Noel is from the French for night, the first Noel, so the first night, and it's celebrating the birth of Jesus, the first night. And again, it was translated in, obviously, into various world languages over the time. But when it went into the New Oxford Book of Carols, once it went into that, it became very, very famous. Any pastor or priest or anybody trying to celebrate Christmas would have had this book, and the songs would have been in there, and that's how they became very popular. And that's what happened with the first Noel as well. Yeah. Have any of the carols or carols or hymns, I don't really know how you differentiate between those, but you can maybe explain that. Have they ever been recorded successfully, sort of crossed over into commercial success? Can you think of any off the top of your head? Well, I think, for example, if you go Little Town of Bethlehem, like Frank Sinatra did a lovely version of that. Oh Holy Night, it's been done by various people, Mariah Carey, Jewel. There's different people that have done it, made a I forget, but I think, for example, some of these people are maybe making 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 a year just alone on copyright of some of these songs, just for one song. And how does that work? Because as you say, there's no copyright for the original, presumably, with a song like, say, for instance, "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," but presumably then when an artist records it, do they have some sort of, they would get paid every time it's paid. A lot of this stuff would be copyright free, I'd imagine. Is that, I know that applies to classical music, would it apply to hymns and carols? Well, I imagine not in the sense of in the church or singing like that there, but I imagine if somebody puts their own artistic sound to something, that they claim the copyright for the sound as opposed to the lyrics or the music. The music is what they're copyrighting as opposed to the lyrics. Oh, Tannenbaum, what's the story with it? Is that we heard earlier on a version from some lads of, I can't remember the song, but it's a song that's become synonymous with Christmas, but it might not actually be a Christmas song. It just hits the charts at that time of the year. On Tannenbaum, does that fall into that category? Well, the song. It's a beautiful, beautiful song, and it's neither really a Christmas music or a Christmas song. It means fir tree, and then obviously it tied in with Christmas, as you said. And in about 1820, this preacher collected the music, "O Evergreen Tree," and contrasted with the idea of a faithful lover, and then the idea that Jesus was the faithful lover. So that then crossed over from kind of more a secular thing into more religious. I think it was Nat King Cole did a beautiful version of that. So you're talking about 1820, and it was a schoolmaster by the name of I'll not try to pronounce his name, Answich, who borrowed the first verse of the original poem or song and then put music to it, and then that became the famous O Tannenbaum, and it's a beautiful, beautiful song. Technically nothing to do with Christmas, but it was taken in its original form and translated into a more suitable Christmas carol, both music and verses. There's an interesting history to Silent Night. Again, see, I started off with "O Come All Ye Faithful," then I'm thinking, well, geez, maybe the first Noel, and now Silent Night, which is the ultimate, Christmas carol. But Silent Night has history in its usage. Yeah, would it be considered possibly the most popular Christmas carol of all times? Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. It's a German song, and it was an Austrian priest, and he supposedly the organ didn't work, and he needed a song done quickly, and Father Joseph Moher was his name, and he got on to his assistant Frederick. John Freeman Young to help him, and he supposedly put some music to it for him.
And then he produced this song called Silent Act, Highland Act. And it's probably most famous for the World War One when the two opposing the Allies and the Germans. It's probably a song that both knew. The English and the French probably knew it in their own languages, and the German in the original, and they sang it over and back between the.
That did happen, Joe. That did happen.
That had happened, and there was a game of football as well played in.
I remember that. Do you know the thing? Do you know that breaks my heart really, because in this world there's so much more that unites us than divides us. And, it's funny, in Russia and in Ukraine, both have ruled out any sort of a ceasefire over Christmas. But when you have two opposing sides, and what we see over there is they're losing 100 people a day on either side. And then you go back to the horrors of World War One, and people the next day being sent literally to run out to their deaths. But in a moment, it doesn't matter. Everything can stop, and they can sing the one song together. It's just absolutely awful what's going on in this world. And that kind of, I don't know, there's a sadness to it for me, to be honest with you, that these young men, predominantly men, not going home to their families, but yet finding out something they have in common. And as I said, the reality is that they've way much more in common than they have against each other.
And look, that's the failure of human nature all the time. Plato, he predated the Christianity. Jesus wasn't born in his time, and he said, if God should come among us, what great love he would draw from the human heart. And the message of Christianity is love, and most religions, it's love. And how humanity then, pervert that love into hate, into crime, into war, into hurt, into, that whole legacy. And again, maybe that's the miracle of Christmas every year, that it draws something out of every human heart. People maybe that we wouldn't speak to any other day of the year, that there's something we know beyond us that draws us to be better than maybe we want to be at times. Yeah. And it's just unfortunate that we live in a world where there is hate and where there is war, and maybe again,
But it's not the hate of a people against a people. It's the hate of some of those people who found themselves at the top of government or leadership. It is they. It's not. We know now with propaganda, and sorry to be drifting off this, you have to stoke the hatred. You have to plant the seeds of hatred in the public to garner support for something that we can take one step back and know there's no sense to it in either direction. You talked of Latin origins, German, French, the Wexford Carol. Is that our most famous carol?
Yeah, well, that would be an Irish carol, carol in the Scorty, carol. Again, there's a lot of questions as to its origin and its, how old it is. We believe it possibly could go back to the 12th century. That we're not 100% sure of. And it would be believed also that it could be belonged to Luke Wadding. He was a bishop. Maybe we'll talk again about him. Famous bishop at that time in the 16th century. But we do know, for example, that it was the person that's attributed is Dr. William Henry Grattan. He was born about 1857 and died in 1928, and he was an organist in St. Aidan's Cathedral in Escorty, and it was he that has been accredited with the song. But it is certainly the most famous, beautiful carol, telling of the story of what happened at the manger that night, and the family there, and the shepherds, and what really happened. So it's a beautiful song. Probably it was the belief that he put music to it. Grattan put music to it in 1928. And then was subsequently 1929 then it became more famous. Okay. But others would argue that it goes back to the 12th century.
Historians always argue with each other. Yeah. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. How did that end up on the list?
Yeah, well, it's actually a very, very unusual Christmas song, and I remember my dad and others used to sing it. And I wonder here. What was the origin story? It goes back to 1944, a teacher by the name of Gardner and his wife Doris, they sat down with a group of children in New York, second graders, and they listened to them and said, what do you want for Christmas? And seemingly one of the children said they wanted their two front teeth. So they went home then and they composed that song just out of jest. It took 20 minutes to compose it. I'm sure they made a fortune subsequently. So that was
and finally and briefly, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells. What's the story with that? That's a Christmas song.
Well, Jingle Bells, as we all know it very, very well, it's really a non-religious song, but it was composed by Pepperton in 1850 in Georgia, and supposedly it was called One Horse Open Sleigh originally, but it was to celebrate Thanksgiving. That's the idea of the English or the people coming from Europe to America, landing in America. That's the pre-colonization, them arriving. That was to give thanks to God for their arrival in America. That's their big thing in America, as we know, Thanksgiving. So that goes back to, it's a Yuletide non-religious song, and obviously then it was taken from One Horse Open Sleigh, the title, to Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, and sure, we all know that. Again, Frank Sinatra and many others have done versions of that.
Everyone can. It's a great swing kind of a song. Dr. Joe Kelly, thank you so much for your time this morning. Happy Christmas. We'll speak to you in the new year. I can't wait. But as always, it's a pleasure to speak to you, and people love listening to you, and we really appreciate your time because you give us your time, and it's really appreciated. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye. All right, I was expecting him to say goodbye back to me, but there's a slight delay on that Zoom line. Okay, 27 minutes past 11. Don't forget, if you want to watch the show, you can hop on to our YouTube channel, Highland Radio Ireland, or you can also watch across our Facebook pages. We are back with more. With a listener in giving a lovely hamper, by the way, so if you want to see this lady win this hamper live on air, switch in.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
There's something about this time of year that makes you want to be near all the things that remind you of your favourite Christmas. When you get that warm and fuzzy feeling, you want to be near the people you love and the things you love. So we're better to get that Christmas feeling than Letterkenny Shopping Centre. There's free parking, extended opening hours and great gifts for everyone on your list. Add in a visit to Santa, you'll have Christmas all wrapped up. Letterkenny Shopping Centre. Christmas just around the corner.
Hi, Pat Short here.
And Face Short over here.
I can see that.
They don't know.
Okay.
They can't see it.
We're here to tell you about our new show, which is going to be in
Greenan Theatre, Letterkenny, Saturday the 7th of January 2023. Tickets €30 at angreenan.com.
Everyone loves going to the cinema. That's why an Eclipse Cinemas gift voucher is the perfect Christmas present. They aren't just for kids, but all the family. Even little Miss Hard to Buy For. We all have one of them. And when you buy an Eclipse Cinemas gift voucher, you now get 10% extra free. Available on our Bundoran and Leopardstrabane cinemas or at eclipsecinemas.com. Vouchers don't expire and can even be used for dine-in screen options and VIP cinema experiences.
When family and friends come through the door, give them Aldi treats that they'll adore. Danish butter cookies, just $2.79. Must-have Tato party boxes, only $4.50. The 10.79 Project Pilsner, $1.29. And Celebrations Roses, Cadbury's Heroes and Quality Street chocolate tubs in store now. They're all worth celebrating, really. Aldi. Make Christmas amazing for everyone. Get the facts, be drink-aware, visit drinkaware.ie.
Mike Denver in concert with guests Brendan Shine and Philomena Begley at the Mount Erigal Hotel, Letterkenny on January 6th and Millennium Forum Derry on March 18th. Tickets now on sale at both venues and ticketmaster.ie. That's Mike Denver with Philomena Begley and Brendan Shine in Letterkenny and Derry. The perfect Christmas gift.
For all your home heating needs, oil, gas and solid fuels. National Fuels, Pierce Road, Letterkenny, 9137 400. National Fuels, bringing you the time at...
Okay, the time is 29 minutes past 11. We've just got one more quick ad break to catch up on. Stay right where you are.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, offering low-rate car loans with fast approval. Apply online at letterkennycu.ie or in office today.
Government unveils its cow cull plan. For more in this week's Farmers Journal, here's Paul Mooney.
We analyse the impact of the Climate Action Plan for farmers. Big push for all 46,000 acres farmers to be paid next year. And we have an exclusive interview with the European Commissioner for Agriculture on farm payments and food security.
Plus, in Irish country living, full festive TV listings, take our Christmas quiz, and lots of puzzles for all the family. The Irish Farmers Journal wishes all our readers a happy and safe Christmas.
Hi, I'm Angela. Are you on a date that isn't working out? Is your online date not who they said they were? Does it all feel a bit weird? Do you feel like you're not in a safe situation?
If you answer yes to any of these questions the next time you are out socialising, go to the bar and ask for Angela. The bar staff will know you need some help getting out of your situation, and they will help you out discreetly, without too much fuss. Wherever you see the Ask for Angela signs or posters, know that the establishment supports the Ask for Angela campaign. Are you searching for a perfect Christmas gift for the country music fan in your life? The Clanry Hotel Letterkenny presents The Three Amigos on Tuesday, January 3rd and Nathan Carter on Friday, the 20th of January. Tickets available from the hotel reception. Call the Clanry Hotel today on 912439.
Joe Gallagher Entertainments presents the world's greatest ABBA show. Direct from Sweden, Arrival, featuring original ABBA musician. Sunday the 8th of January, Mount Erigal Hotel, Letterkenny. Tickets on sale from hotel reception and ticketmaster.ie. Follow us on Facebook, Joe Gallagher Entertainments. At Abbott, a global healthcare company, you can build a career with a purpose while helping families live fuller, healthier lives. Our diabetes care business in Donegal is an award-winning site committed to the manufacture of life-changing medical devices. We're looking for permanent full-time process team leaders and engineers to become part of our team. Visit jobs.abbott.com/Donegal or find Abbott on Facebook or LinkedIn. Abbott, we change lives and build careers too.
I don't know how you people with hair survive, because I've only got one tiny little bobble hanging down off my head off this Santa hat. And it's an absolute nightmare. Right, the giveaways keep on coming here at Highland Radio. We will be giving away 20 bags of coal a little later on, thanks to Kelly's Centre Mountain Top. And if I can survive the heat in here, I'll last till 12. And we're also now going to give away a fantastic hamper because there was a huge entry to our popular Kelly's Centra Mega Christmas Hamper. And I'm delighted to say the winner is Shauna Bradley. She called up to collect it and has been a good sport because it's Christmas, Shauna. You've been a good sport to come in and collect it in person. How are you keeping?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Very good. So there it is in front of you, the hamper from, where is it from? Kelly's Centra. What do you think of it?
It's huge.
Very good.
I didn't think it would be this big, actually.
No, and actually you can hear Mom Rose is here as well. Hi, Rose.
Hello.
What are you going to do? Are you going to steal any of this hamper?
All of it.
I'm saying that all right. I'll have the crisps and you can have all the sensible cooking stuff. You're recently back to Ireland, are you?
Yeah, I just moved back in April there. I was overseas for like 9 years.
All right, where were you?
I was in the Middle East for 3 years and then spent the last 6 in Australia.
What was that like?
In Melbourne. It was great.
Can you say what you were doing? Or is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret. I'm a fire safety engineer.
Oh, right, brilliant. Yeah. Okay, so what a qualification. You can travel well with that, obviously.
Yeah.
So Middle East, then Australia, and then home. Did you get to travel back much while you were away, or?
Yeah, I used to be able to get back, maybe once a year, especially being so far away. It was difficult to get back more than that.
And back 6 months, any regrets? I'm asking questions that I thought, no, it's great. Are you getting itchy feet again?
A little bit.
It's all right, very good.
Sorry, Mum.
No, it's all right. But Rose, you're glad to have her back.
Yeah.
Is this news to you that she could be thinking of heading off again? Retired?
My first Christmas back in a long time. Like I haven't been back since maybe.
It's like Rose. It's lovely for you to have her back as well,
fantastic,
of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Are you round at Mum's for Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What are you making for Christmas, Rose?
Just the usual turkey ham.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
Stage and onion.
Yeah.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
No shortcuts, we heard. There'll be no shortcuts when she's home.
Is she fussy? All right, okay. Well, she's used to the fine dining of the Middle East, don't you know? They're well looked at. You're well looked after.
She's missed the Irish Christmas now.
Very good.
Twice.
And how many are in your family?
Just me and my brother.
All right, okay. And where's your brother from?
He lives in Sweden with his family over there.
Right. Oh, he's over in Sweden.
Yeah.
All right. And how long's he been over there, Rose?
It's over 6 years now.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And is he coming back this year?
No, fortunately.
Right, okay.
No.
And when was the last time you saw him?
Earlier in the year for the christening.
Yeah.
A christening?
Yeah.
Oh,
Eden, their youngest daughter, was
Very
be a year now in March, and this is Tor's birthday. He's 5 today, so this is just.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about it. That's love, isn't it? So your grandson is 5 today. And what's his name?
Tor.
And how many other children do they have? Is it difficult for you to talk about it, Rose? I don't want to make you upset.
Ludwig is 3, and then Idun will be a year in March, and then there's Poppy. She's turned 13 there in August.
Right, and obviously they couldn't get home for Christmas. When do you hope to see them again?
Ryan and the 2 boys is coming home at the end of January.
Okay, so you're living and dying for that.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a second Christmas dinner for them?
Yeah, that'll be a must. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to cook a new turkey. You can't you can't put this turkey into the into the mic. What's going on here?
Oh my God.
All right, so we have our home for Christmas competition. You saw and you heard Rose talking about her son and his family. She wasn't going to see them to the end of January, and yet here she is.
Hello. Hi.
I'll let them have a moment together. Christmas presents are being handed out and everything. Mom, take a seat. Just come round here. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Shauna, sit down here. Will you on this far seat here? Rose, how are you? Are you okay?
I'm glad I don't have to keep that secret anymore.
Has this come as a surprise to you, Rose? Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Can you tell us what this means to you, Rose, to have your family home? Maybe would you sit around here and sit in this chair beside us here? Okay, we are now have Ryan, who Mom thought was in Sweden.
I know.
But yet here you are.
Trying to keep it a surprise. It's tough with all these boys, so eager to...
They're all so well behaved. If I had my 2-year-old in here, the place would be absolutely
so good to be home.
And talk us, who's the family here that you have with us? With you, sorry.
Well, with Poppy here.
Hiya.
It's Poppy, she's 13, and then Tor, he's 5. It's his birthday today. And Ludwig, he's 3, and then Eden here, 9 months today.
Wow, so you've 2 birthdays today. Well, it's not. I don't know if 9 months would be a year in 3 months, but
are you allowed to have a 9-month birthday?
Yeah, you can, of course. You can have a birthday every day. This is a birthday day. And Shauna, tell us why you nominated Rose and the family to hook up.
We just haven't had a Christmas together like since 2016, and that was before Ryan's kids came along. And I just wanted to all be together this year. Like, I've come back from living overseas and just wanted to all spend it together. And
here we are.
And like, it didn't seem like we were going to get to spend it together, and now we are. Like, it's
Rose, come here. What does it mean? What does it mean to you?
Everything.
Huh?
It's fantastic. Everything.
So everyone's going to be here for you. It's all for you, Rose. We've done this for you.
It's just so nice to all be together.
Such a privilege to fly into Donegal, and yesterday, very early start in the morning, exciting, and then to fly into Carrickfinn and get met by, you can sit beside me, get met by so many lovely people, and when you're used to having a big crew with you, and then you're being taken care of right, left and centre. I looked to my right and I saw all my bags on a trolley, and I thought,
Rose, we have been looking after them as best we can, flying into the most scenic landing in the world.
And then we were last night here in Letterkenny, and everybody just so friendly, the staff and the hotel and Mount Errigal, and just that wee personal touch meant everything. And
is it Michaela or Michaela?
Michaela.
Yeah. We haven't heard a peep from you. Everyone's talking about all these people, and you're not getting a look in. Come here. It's good. You're Irish, are you?
No, Swedish.
Okay,
yeah.
And it's good to have you. It's good to be able to welcome you here. We're not going to interfere too much because we want to get you. Mom is literally in full-on bonding session at the moment. And is that how many times, Rose, have you met the wee baby so far now?
Just once. Papa.
Right.
Just had.
So Eden's christening was the last time you met.
You won't be able to see Mummy here. I can't see Rose and Claire. Brilliant. Okay, what a beautiful little baby. Why? How can I have some parenting tips? How do you keep them all so calm?
Get me into a radio station.
Because we thought in terms of coordinating this, but these children are just so well behaved. You should all be so very proud. Shauna, you delighted for your mum?
Yeah, absolutely delighted.
Okay.
Don't worry, Mum, I've ordered a bigger turkey for us.
But I'm afraid
She ordered
Rose
a turkey
now
just
is in
for me and
grand
her, and
mode.
I'm
So
like-
do you know what? We're gonna let her at it because
And I'll just
it's
say,
very warm in here.
Thanks to Shauna for doing this, getting in contact, and thanks to Highland for just being so brilliant with everything.
Generous.
Brilliant.
It's absolutely
And this,
amazing.
does it make you Christmas?
Oh, I am on cloud nine.
Right,
Right
I'm
now.
so
Thank
I
you so much.
couldn't be happier for you. So I really,
This is,
really couldn't. And
Christmas
Rose
Christmas
deserves
miracle.
this.
Christmas miracle in
Oh,
terms of
Yeah, definitely.
First Christmas for these ones. First Irish Christmas.
Really, as well?
Oh,
That is it.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, that's absolutely wonderful. So, Rose, what's the plan now for Christmas dinner? You're going to have to take those chairs in out of the spare room.
That's a big operation now.
Bigger table.
Rose, how many high chairs do you have? Because I think we probably only need the one. I think the others are big enough for chairs. Listen, Rose, I am so pleased for you. I really, really am. Enjoy your Christmas. Okay, and Shauna, well done to you.
Thanks very much.
Fair play to you. You must love your mum and your family very, very much. And Ryan, welcome home. How's life for you? What do you do over in Sweden?
I work as a secondary school teacher at Woodwork.
Brilliant.
And I've been there for 6 years. Met Michaela at work. She's a school nurse, and that's the way it worked.
Wow.
Living there now for 6 years, teaching through Swedish, and after 6 years, try to get home as much as I can, but it's tougher with a bigger crew.
Right, exactly. And as well as that, travelling was disrupted as well for quite some time.
The 2 years with COVID meant it was very difficult, and then with small babies, it's not easy, and there were 3 in a row here quite quickly, and then
if you're going to
getting home for Christmas was just a dream.
Okay. Well, listen, we're going to let you go and enjoy your Christmas. Rose, again, I'm delighted for you. You're going to have a lovely, lovely Christmas together. And before Shauna leaves again. I'm only joking. And well done to you, Ryan and Michaela. You have a beautiful family. And that extends, obviously, to your mum and your sister as well. It's not just the beautiful kids you have together. Thank you so very much. A big, big happy Christmas. We really appreciate you being a good sport and getting involved in it. And Shauna, we really appreciate you giving us the information. And Rose, you didn't know anything about this. Really? Okay, Rose is speechless. Go and enjoy your Christmas.
And I can't believe you knew, Shauna, didn't tell me.
Shauna, you can never be trusted again. Because if you can keep this a secret, what else can you keep a secret?
I know.
It was hard work.
I know. All right. Okay. And do you know how long you're able to stay for, Ryan?
Well, we're planning. Is it okay if we stay after New Year, Mummy?
Great.
Well, there you
we'll
are.
have New Year with you as well.
Excellent. Well, that's brilliant. Have a lovely Christmas and New Year.
Brilliant.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
All of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And we'll let you get on now and get on with the joy of Christmas.
Yeah.
Take care of
I might
yourself.
not let them back again.
Well, you have to speak to Sean because he's got the return flight, so you can confiscate their passports.
And you can take the hamper as well, by the way.
The hamper?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was for me for all. Okay, right, okay. So the hamper is also yours, Rose.
Thank you.
And our thanks to Kelly's as well for that as well, isn't it? Yep. Okay.
Gonna need all this.
Listen, well done to all. Well done to Sean, by the way, whose idea this was, and for pulling it off. And thank you all for being such good sports and sharing this important moment. All right then. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union, now offering mortgages with life cover provided at no additional cost. Letterkenny Credit Union, 9102127.
Centra this week, choose from our amazing mega deals. Like inspired by Centra selected party food, any 2 for €8. Selected Coca-Cola, 7-Up Club and Pepsi Max 18 to 24 pack cans from €10. And Griffon Prosecco, Frizzante and Rosé now €8 each. Celebrate Christmas, choose Centra. Centra, live every day. Enjoy sensibly.
Century Complex gift cards are the perfect gift this Christmas. Our gift cards can be used throughout the complex in Backstage Bar and Grill, Century Cinemas and Century Play. Available in store at Century Complex. Call us on 074 912 1976 or check out our website centurycinemas.ie for more information.
House to Home Bridgend, Donegal. Our modest front door opens onto 2 floors of Irish-made furniture, suites, beds, mattresses, dining and occasional furniture. Step into our showroom and see how we can transform your house into a home. House to Home furniture, flooring, slide robes and interiors, Bridgend, Donegal.
Wishing all our customers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From all the management and staff of the Sandwich Company, thank you for your support through the year. Merry Christmas.
There's nothing like getting a card or parcel in the post. So send from the heart and get 20 Christmas stamps for just €20 from onpost.com or your local post office. And don't forget, the last day for posting within the Republic of Ireland is Thursday, December 22nd. On Post, for your world. For more information, see onpost.com/Christmas.
Nutria's winter feed offers now available at your local Homeland store. Buy 10 bags, get 1 free when purchasing Nutria's Pre-Caver ATP nut or Nutria's Next Gen Heifer ATP. €10 off per tonne. Also available on bulk orders. T's and C's apply. Contact your local Homeland or farm commercial specialist today. Visit nutrias.ie for full product details.
Whatever the weather, Christmas shopping in Letterkenny will brighten your December. The Highland Weather Forecast, brought to you by Shop LK. See shoplk.ie or like us on Facebook.
All right, a cloudy start today with isolated drizzle patches. Some sun exposed and occasional showers will develop through the morning. Highs of 7 or 8 degrees. Now, we get to do a lot of nice things on this programme, and we don't get to do a lot of nice things on this programme too at the same time. But that was one of the nicest things I've been able to witness. Sean, I was in the moment with them, and I have to say something here because this is radio. But just to see a family coming together like that is just absolutely wonderful.
It was absolutely amazing, and it's been a couple of months in the making, Greg. And we obviously came on here, and I called out to people who would want to nominate families to come home, and we got a great response. And I don't think we could have picked a better family. They're just so nice.
All right, we want to say a few thank yous, but what we're going to do here is I'm going to open it. It's for Highland Radio. But Ryan, as you mentioned, as we mentioned, living in Sweden, he teaches woodwork. And there's a bit of weight to this present that he's left for us. So,
don't think it's a microwave, anyways. Huh?
It's inside something else. Why didn't you ask
We
him?
weren't prepared for this now, in fairness.
Right, okay.
Well, you're doing that. Well,
so
I just say, I have a few thank yous. So
and I'll continue to unwrap here.
Okay, so the journey started, obviously, we got them into Dublin, and I had a very easy phone call with Donegal Airport to Ailish and Pauline down there, and they jumped on board with me, which was brilliant, because the transfer from Dublin to Donegal would have been a nightmare.
It's inside another thing.
An absolute nightmare. Sorry, I've got a long list here. Don't worry.
Don't worry. These Russian dolls. 1 second.
So yesterday we went down to meet them.
I can smell the varnish here.
There was a crowd of people.
It smells delicious.
I'm going to stop now.
Keep going.
Yeah, so Donegal Airport, we can't thank you enough, because the transfers, their baggage, everything was looked after. I was a little bit nervous, Greg, yesterday, because if they had missed the connecting flight, it meant that I was jumping in a 7-seater car.
Is Ryan still there? I want him to explain this, the making of this to us. It's a beautiful sort of like a chopping breadboard cover. But carry on, go ahead, yeah.
So I was just saying, if they hadn't got the connecting flight right, it would have been a trip to Dublin, but that didn't happen. And everything was on time when they landed, so it was fantastic. To enable them to get around for a couple of weeks, we sourced a hired car. And our good friends in iMotors, Seamus and Michael, came on board without any persuasion. And O'Malley Scanlon came across and also arranged for insurance for the car, which was a little bit of a problem. Because,
really? Okay, well done.
So thanks to Andrew and all his staff. And they gifted us that as well, so it was great. And then last night, Terry and the staff in the Mount Errigal put the family up, and they actually met them at the door. It was lovely. So it was a real good factor for them coming back to Donegal.
Thank you to all of those people that got involved in that. And the
I've one more just.
Go on ahead.
There's one person. When I came on at first with you, there was a person, and he's asked to remain anonymous, okay? and he knows who he is, and hopefully he's listening now, and he donated money towards this, and only for him, we wouldn't have been able to do what we've done. So
the scale,
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
He was an absolute gentleman. I know he's listening, or I hope he's listening. And you've just made two families very, very happy today, and it's fantastic.
And you know what I love? They're not going next Tuesday or Wednesday. They're here till after. Ryan's going to come back in. I want him to talk us through this. Come on in a sec, Ryan, if you don't mind. Just jump back into that seat you were before, because you've made this beautiful thing here for us. And what do you want us to use this for? Because I know what I would use it for, but I want you to know, because I would hang that.
Well, I thought that, you know, you did so much for me, and I work as a woodwork teacher during the week, and you know, taking care of the boys, and then I squeezed in a little bit of time to make you something personal. Put my own time into it and energy, and I thought you could butter your sandwiches or do your toast in the morning if you want it. It's a wee.
It is absolutely. It's
personal gift that
wood is gorgeous, and it's got Highland also etched in. That's like it's not a burn. How would you describe it?
It is pyro.
Yeah. And what kind of wood is that?
That is Swedish oak.
Right. So there's that connection there as well.
Well, I thought you deserved a little.
Well, we really appreciate it.
Thing, so
and you can see the work that's gone into it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So thank you very much for that.
And with the whole hype, I forgot to say it. When we were
exactly. It's so exciting.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, listen, Ryan, we'll let you back to your family. I just wanted you to give a bit of explanation, because your time, blood, sweat and tears went into that, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah,
so I wanted you to explain it to us.
Well, it'll be here for a couple of years.
I think you'll outlast me and Sean anyway. Maybe not in life, but certainly in employment.
I'll have a few years ahead of you now, in fairness.
The way things are going. Listen, Ryan, go on.
Very welcome.
Go back and enjoy your family. Thank you so much for being such a good sport, and lovely to see it indeed. And I'm looking forward to watching that back a little later on, Sean.
Yeah, so am I. But do you know what? It's been a hectic couple of days. I also want to thank Fanula Rabbit for coming on board with us as well, and my team, because Corrine and Anya have been incredible. The pressure's now on them, because we obviously want to get a nice video out of this as well, and we'd love to do this again next year, Greg. I know we've just completed today. But next year we'd love to go bigger and better, and it'll be, now that we've done this one, it's going to be my, I suppose, goal of 2023 to look and see how far can we go next year, and with more partners on board, we can deliver for people that are staying away from home over Christmas.
All right, brilliant. Okay, they're going off to enjoy their Christmas now. We've got another day before we can start enjoying ours. I've literally all my Christmas shopping to do later.
Well, don't forget mine now.
I've already forgotten it, and I won't be remembering it either. I'll get you a ticket into the Highland Radio car draw, because listen,
the only thing I can't win. That's fine.
The time's running out. We obviously the line's closed tomorrow morning, but there's going to be a rush. There always is. We've 3 €1,000 prizes and a €30,000 car to give away tomorrow. If you want to buy a ticket now, a single ticket for £10, or if you multi-buy, you can get them for as little as €8 each. Obviously, for fun and well within your means, please. But you can also gift them out to people as well. Go onto our website, highlandradio.com. The draw is going to be made. The first 1,000 goes on the breakfast show. So if you want to be in that draw, you need to get your tickets now, or give us a call here on 07491 25,000. But the website's been set up safely and very securely for you, and it's probably the handiest way. And then if you want to buy 5, you can put all different people's names in, and then keep the 6th for yourself. Isn't that right?
That's about, yep.
Okay, highlandradio.com. That's all happening tomorrow. Lee Gucci's show. We're going to give away a car, no biggie, on this show.
No pressure.
Then another 1,000 on, but there's not going to be an awful lot. We'll top what we saw in the studio a little earlier on today. And again,
priceless.
Thanks to Ryan for this beautiful. But I love wood, and he's described it as a sandwich board or a chopping board. But you know what? You don't want to stick that on the wall. It's so nice, and that's Swedish oak.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm going to take a break. You can go and do one. If you're on this program any longer, we might as well just co-present, like. You know what I mean?
I couldn't replace you, Greg, in fairness. Not this week anyway. Maybe next week.
To you. Bye.
Good luck.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, offering low-rate car loans with fast approval. Apply online at letterkennycu.ie or in office today.
Today is your last chance to win big with Highland Radio. To be part of our biggest ever Christmas competition, simply log on to highlandradio.com and purchase your draw tickets, or call us on 074 91 25,000. But be quick, entries close tomorrow at 11 a.m. One lucky winner will drive away with a brand new Nissan Duke SV worth over €30,000. And we also have 3 €1,000 cash prizes to give away across the day. Tune in to hear if you're a winner with Highland at Christmas. Good luck and Merry Christmas from all at Highland Radio.
Can I get 2 specials, please? 1 sourdough and Caesar salad. And by the way, I'm 12 weeks pregnant.
Yes, Chef.
We don't always know who's at risk from COVID-19 and other viruses, but we do know how to protect them. Keep hands clean and wear a mask. Let fresh air in, get vaccinated, and stay at home if you are unwell. From the HSC. For us all.
This winter, be ready. Visit winterready.ie. From flooding, storms, snow and freeze to fallen trees, winter is hard to predict. Find out how to protect yourself, your home, farm, business and the elderly on the Office of Emergency Planning website, winterready.ie, or follow us on Twitter at emergency.ie, an initiative of the Government of Ireland.
At Joe McGee Butchers, we have all your needs to make this Christmas dinner extra special. So, if it's a fresh whole turkey, a turkey breast fillet in a vac-pack cooking bag with a cooking pop-up timer, a ham joint or a succulent dry-aged sirloin steak, then call in to Joe McGee Butchers at Glencar Shopping Centre and the Letterkenny Shopping Centre, where we have Christmas all wrapped up for you.
Evolve Clothing, Letterkenny Retail Park. Everything you want this Christmas in men's clothing and footwear at low prices and online at evolveclothing.com.
The Counter Deli in Letterkenny have a full-time position available starting in January. This exciting opportunity is to work in the cafe and to gain fully funded professional wine qualifications to assist in the shop. To apply, send your CV to info@thecounterdeli.com.
All right, it's been a lovely show to be involved with. It's been a hot one in here. In case I forget, if anyone's listening to the naughty alarm clock tomorrow, will you remember to text Lee Guchin to switch the heating off, please? Because I can't put in another 3 hours like I did today. Absolutely roasting it was. Right, we're going to carry over the €100 meat voucher from Gilday's Farm Butchers till tomorrow because we simply just don't have the time to. We've got some lovely stories and lovely memories that have come into us. So what that actually means, and it's a positive thing, it means that it's not too late for you to enter. So if you want to share your favourite Christmas memory, maybe your cooking disaster or something that went wrong for fun, of course, or if you want to pay tribute to someone, give someone a special mention for something that maybe they've done for you or they're there for you, and as I say, it could be a family member, it could be a carer, it could be your postman or post lady or whatever it is. Right, okay, are we out of time? Are you going to put someone through to us? No, you're not. We're just going to announce the winners because we don't have time. Right, so we're going to do the 20 bags of coal thanks to Kelly Centra. This was the question.
But no, the reviews for this are and I am counting the hours.
Swore, get in my head. Here's the answer.
But no, the reviews for this are amazing and I am counting the hours.
The views for it are amazing. Michael's going to be up with us tomorrow. We're not going to be able to do the traditional That's Entertainment, but Michael's a very important part of the 9 till noon show family, so we'll be delighted to have him up on the show tomorrow. Caroline, do you even have names for me to announce, please? Like even names? Thank you very much indeed. You just can't get the elves nowadays. I remember elves back in the day used to... Don't kill me! Right, now, let's see. There's 2 here, 2 names. Which is the winner? Oh, right, okay. So A or B. Donald, can you say 1 or 2 for me, please?
B.
B, right. That's Wednesday's winner. Patricia Ryan from Portnew. You have won 20 bags of coal. Well done to you. I'm delighted for you.